Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the 6th episode of Ladies and Gentledice. Say hello, players.
Hello.
Hello.
We are so happy to see you guys here. Thank you again for joining us and watching Ladies and Gentledice. And now I believe, Rox, you have stuff to say?
Yes. Hello, everybody. You can keep up with us on our social media at Gentledice on Twitter or at Ladies and Gentledice everywhere else. We have a Discord as of today, and you can get the invite link in our link tree, which is linkter.ee/Ladies and Gentledice. New episodes air every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, and then we upload our episodes to YouTube on Monday mornings after that. So you can catch up with our previous 5 episodes on the YouTubes. We also run reruns of whatever the most recent episode is on Twitch as well on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. And if you didn't catch all that, you'll hear it again later because that's my job.
Yay!
Back to you, DM.
Thanks! Okay, so last we left off, there was a council meeting, a very big important council meeting that none of my characters went to, except for my favorite player, Keithan.
You were so salty about that.
I'm not salty, just disappointed. Anyway, fuck, what did happen last time? Okay, so yeah, Tam was held hostage, but except Tam was actually in a broom closet, and yeah, poor guy, he's had a rough day, and you know, there was a mysterious monk with a thing in his forehead, and it's very ominous, and he took off and escaped with Tam? Who knows? Because Tam was also in the broom closet. Anyway, so the monk and the other assassin escaped, and we're trying to figure out where they went. Billiam's dead, and we made friends with Zagok Stormshaker, the full orc cook that tried and failed to flirt with one of our lovely players. It's fine. He takes rejection well. Yeah, we made plans to do a speak with dead on Billiam's corpse. We'll see how that goes, considering their last conversation, or their only conversation, which was Billiam just taking money and not saying anything. Okay. So, let us begin. You fall asleep, and as you just kind of fall into your dreams, you find yourself in a cemetery. You see there are a few mausoleums, you see many gravestones, and the night sky above you is clear, and there's a million stars in the sky. And in front of you is a bird bath, a stone bird bath that has some moss on it. And next to the bird bath are some stone benches that are very ornately designed. And sitting upon it is a familiar figure that you have met in your dreams before. She is long, she is lithe, she is, her ears are very long and pointed, and her skin is the color of the night sky above. And honestly, the only reason why you can really see her, because it's very dark here, only lit by, the full moon above you, is because of the silver sheer dress that she wears that is draped around her, and the long, purely white hair that is done in several braids that fall down her shoulders, adorned with some silver hoops and clasps. She turns to you and smiles. Ah, yes. Zeneril. Someone
Hello.
I've been wishing to speak with you for some time now. Come, sit. And she pats the stone bench next to her. And you
I will sit next.
And you recognize this figure. This is Atha. You have met her in your dreams before.
Okay.
I understand that you are currently on a journey searching out someone. Or yes, I've been watching you and your companions very closely. I have information for you. A few pieces of information that I think may be very important, that may be very helpful to you.
You know I love information.
I do, as all my children do. Information is powerful, yes?
Yes. Sometimes a little better than brute strength.
Yes, I heartily agree. I want to tell you of... Well, you have encountered godly items a few times.
Yeah, potentially two.
Yes.
Yeah, or three. Now that I think about it, I was told of a third one.
Yes. Well, I would like to tell you about mine, first and foremost. I, like my siblings, I created 2 items. My items were meant to be together. I created a dagger and its sheath. And when it was time to... When each of us siblings agreed that we would seal our items away, I had a concern that something might happen, that these items may be unleashed once again. And my worry, well, I created my items to be wielded by someone of my choosing. If someone was to release these items, they were not of my choosing and therefore not worthy, so I hid the sheath away from the dagger. In a different place.
Okay.
The dagger is likely in the hands of the one that escaped.
Mr. Beef.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as he has decided to call himself now.
Do you know his real name?
I do, but I will tell you in good time.
I'll trust you on this.
More importantly, right now, he is in possession of my dagger, which makes him very dangerous and very difficult to kill. What I can tell you is he is a nearly immortal being, such as we are. Because he was made by us.
Okay.
And
why did you guys make him?
I will tell you in good time. First, I want to tell you that the dagger he wields is likely the only thing that will be able to kill him.
Okay.
But, though he wields this dagger and it may be very difficult to get it away from him, you may still take its sheath, which will prevent him from getting rid of you as you try to strategize. You see as I have created the sheath, I have made those that wield it immune to death. You will not die as you wield it. As long as you wield this sheath, you will not die. Even if you are cut by the dagger that he wields. And that is the only way to counteract this. So when you obtain this sheath, you must not let him have it.
So you want me to go after the sheath?
Yes, I believe it would be very useful to you because he is a powerful and deadly being.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess my next obvious question is where's the sheath? Or a remote idea. How do I find it?
She nods her head and gestures around. There is a place in your realm that looks exactly like this one.
Okay.
And she points to the bird bath. Put your blood into the water and the way will be revealed.
Okay.
And I will not lie to you. When you enter the chambers which the sheath is held, it will be dangerous.
Okay.
I made it difficult to get for good reason. So
okay.
You must
well,
earn...
I mean, obviously.
Yes. So I suppose in a way you must earn the sheath yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to study the area very hard and try to memorize it. And then I'm gonna look at Atha and ask her if she has any remote idea where this location may be.
Yes, it is likely to the northeast of where you are, outside of a small city or a small town known as Rowan.
Okay. All right.
Or likely, I'm sorry, it is east in a town known as Rowan.
Okay. I guess I do have another question. I happened to talk to someone. I mean, not happened to, but we came across him. Guy with a diamond in his forehead. And he said some particularly interesting thing. And I'm curious on your take on them. Obviously, had multiple chats. He said not to trust the false gods. Is he talking about you guys?
Likely.
Why would he say something like that?
First, I will tell you the name of the man you are hunting. His name is Belial. He was a creation of mine and my brother Gandurren.
Oh, is that Mr. B?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I would be pleased if you use less vulgarity near me.
I'm sorry.
That's
why I apologize.
I would be appreciative if you used more respectful language.
That's why I apologize. I'm very sorry.
We created him as a peacekeeper. These items, they create much chaos. Something that Gandurren and I realized during our time at war. And so he created a body that I gave life. And we named him Belial.
Okay.
We used him to end the chaos that was happening throughout your lands. And then one day, My sister, she pitied this creature that we made. She thought that it was cruel for us to use him to help others, and he had no choice of his own, so Danur gave him his own will. And when he was given his own will, he was angry that he was a tool, which I suppose I can understand, but he was being used for good. And since then he has had a vendetta. We locked him away in the vault with the rest of the items, and it seems somehow he has been unleashed. Though I do not know how.
Items are as strong as you say they are, and that we have seen, no wonder he got out of them. Especially if they were all in one place.
Yes.
That's...
Well, what concerns me is we sealed him within the vault, within his own prison within the vault. Someone had to have unleashed him. Someone had to have unleashed him. I want to know who that is. I'm curious.
Okay.
So
I might be able to find that out.
It is likely
for you.
It is back to the main point, or as your original question asked. If this person is a follower of Belial, he likely has declared us as false gods because of his bitterness toward us.
I'm assuming Belial has created a many. Obviously, he's been passing out items to what seem to be potentially very bitter people. So I guess I'm trying.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I said he seems to have created following.
Yes.
And what seems to be very bitter people. So I'm not surprised.
Nor am I. So, I have given you much information, and I have given you a direction. I do hope that you will follow them.
I will do my best. I will see what we can do with the party, the group. Everyone seems to have their own plan and own direction that they have to go in, and it seems like most of us do have one common goal, and we have to stop Mr. B, but there's a lot of directions we have to go in.
What I can say is that Belial must be stopped. I know not what he is planning, but the amount of chaos and death and destruction that was brought upon by, unfortunately, the things that we created when we were younger, newer, I do not want that to happen again. So,
I do have one more question before I wake up.
Yes.
Are we ready to go get this sheath, or should I wait a little bit before we make our trip?
I believe you are ready to take this sheath now, if you are.
Okay.
But it will be a challenge. But it will, no matter what, it will be a challenge for you. You must be worthy of this sheath before you are bestowed it.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if I needed more experience in things or not.
I understand.
If you think I'm ready, I will see if I can get the party to follow.
Okay. Good. I trust you, and only you. And I wish you safety upon your journey.
Thank you. Thanks for watching over us.
Of course. Good night, my child. We shall meet again.
Good night.
And with that,
okay,
you are whisked away, and it is the next morning. So, you guys shared 2 rooms, I believe. Tam immediately was still, like, happy to just sleep. He'd had a rough day. He was tired. He needed it. But in not early morning, but like around like 8:30, there is a knock at Gnarl and Zenral's door.
I would have already been up because I would not have been able to. I mean, I would have finished a long rest's worth of sleep, but I wouldn't have been able to sleep, so I was kind of waiting for Gnarl to get up, so I will go answer the door.
Okay. So on the other side of the door is Zagok Stormshaker just leaning on the door frame.
And good morning to you.
Good morning. Just the person I was hoping to see.
It's too early. Leave.
Okay. He huffs and like straightens up. I'm here to invite you to breakfast. I figured after what the lizard person said, you guys seem to like food a lot, and breakfast is Keithend. Breakfast is kind of an affair here, so I figured you guys wouldn't want to miss it.
Thank you very much. We will be down shortly.
And then he goes and knocks on Fionn and Keithan's door. Tam is like slowly waking up at this point. Usually he's an early riser, but today he's a little sluggish.
He had a tough day.
Yeah.
Right, good morning.
Good morning!
Ready for breakfast?
Yes, there's breakfast going on. I figured you guys would be super into it. So if you want to, whenever you want to head downstairs, there is so much food. More food than you can ever imagine.
Fabulous. Thank you very much.
Yep.
He
like sighs and leaves. Looking.
Yeah.
What does the
buddy.
food smell like?
Okay.
Keithan's like sniffing or whatever the air.
Yeah, it smells like breakfast. You can, and even from now that your doors are open, you can hear like sizzling noises. You can hear, utensils clacking together. It sounds like there's a big commotion that is food related here.
I wanted to know what kind of food I should expect.
Oh, so
how eager and quickly I moved downstairs.
Honestly, there's just a random mix of smells. Like you can smell classic, breakfast favorites. You can smell like somebody sounds like they made steak. And then someone maybe made a quiche. You can kind of smell, eggs, and there's a lot of stuff going on. It's a real clusterfuck of smells.
Yeah, Keithan gets up and just saunters down towards all of the food.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great.
So
tail swishing behind.
Tam.
Tam. Good. I was gonna turn to Tam and see how he's doing.
He's like, "Is there food?"
There's food, Tam. How you doing? Did you sleep all right?
Yeah, I slept okay. I don't really have a headache anymore, so that's nice.
Good. You had a rough day yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I wasn't expecting that guy to hit me.
No. I'm sorry we left you, Tam. I won't do that again.
Well, it's okay. I mean, it was fine until it wasn't.
That's how things tend to go. Doesn't excuse it. So I don't want you to feel like we're not here for you or we're not paying attention to you, because we were all pretty upset when we saw you were taken.
It's okay. Can we go eat now?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Pack up my stuff. Go eat.
Yep. So I assume... Yep. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna sit on the bed and wake up a little bit more.
Okay.
I am going to sit on the bed, like
Mhm.
the end of Gnarl's bed,
Okay.
and kind of wait for Gnarl to wake up a little bit.
Oh, and remember, you just had a dream.
I know, that's the point.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. There was a dream. Well, okay, for you the viewers, there was just a dream, but we actually filmed that like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm wearing a different shirt. Gnarl,
What's up?
Gnarl, I need you to pay attention to this.
All right.
I know
Okay.
it's early.
Okay.
You know how when we were younger, I would tell you about some of my reoccurring dreams. Sometimes there would be like a reoccurring person.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened again. But I find the timing rather peculiar considering you just had one yesterday. And we're having weird run-ins. Do you remember that tall, long, like elf lady that I used to describe? I think she was elf. I don't remember.
She had long pointy
Dark
ears.
skin, yeah, long ears, really pretty dress. Vaguely. She came to me last night again. And I think the info she gave me is rather serious. Well, I mean, nothing. I know it's rather serious, and it has to deal with Mr. B. I found out his real name, how he was created, and why he's here and what he's doing. And I may have figured out another direction we have to go, but we're kind of split in directions. So, his name is Belzile. Am I pronouncing that right, DM?
Belial.
Belial. I spelled it as Bell and Isle, so yeah, that makes sense. Belial, thank you. Okay, so his name is Belial. And originally he was made as a peacekeeper. But it sounds like Atha is related to Denor. I'm not really sure. I would have to re-ask. But Denor gave him his own free will because apparently she thought it was not okay that he had to be a peacekeeper. I don't know. She pitied him.
I will tell you, because this is common knowledge in the world.
Oh.
All of the gods are siblings. They have one mother.
So, thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. I mean, I did write sister, but I was trying to...
Yeah.
Okay. But, so, Denor pitied Belial and gave him his free will, and he was angry because he was used as a tool. So, we know why he's running around with these items. He's just causing chaos, which isn't great. Now we have a couple options when it comes to what direction we're going. Either we go after that monk and get those two, because I'm assuming they both have something. We also may need to talk to the church because of the... What was that weapon called again? I don't remember.
The halberd?
Yes, the halberd. So the halberd might be here. So we may have to talk to them. But we've got to go after that monk and the other guy because they may have items. She also told me that if we go up against Mr. B right now, we will die. There's no way. But she told me that an item that she had made is in a different area, and she wants me to go get it. It's a sheath of some type, and she's pretty sure that Belial has a dagger, and the sheath will protect whoever's wielding the sheath against the dagger. So I think it's necessary to go get this sheath before we confront Belial.
Well, I know Keithan had mentioned something about needing to get these items,
And you want to go to
the vault.
the vault, yeah.
But I think that that's just as important as finding the items as well, so...
I have a rough idea of the location to find this sheep, but honestly, I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure she told me where to go get it. I gotta right find it.
Yes, it is. It's to the east.
That's right, to the east.
In
So
a
if we
mausoleum of some kind.
Yeah. But we may need to work out a map. Plan out this for the best use of our time. It's gonna suck because we have been on Belial's trail this whole time. We're missing him by like a day or two each time we're around him. We may have to leave the trail and go get these other things, which isn't fair to Keithan and Theon, it seems. But
Let's just talk to them, see what they have to say. I don't know about Theon, but Keithan seemed like she was very interested in these items, so maybe she'll listen. And Lothy kind of said the same thing, you know. So, and I don't know. I don't know about Lothy sometimes.
No. I'm just trying to help.
I needed to tell you this. I needed another brain to talk about this with. You're the only other person I really trust. So.
I'll go wherever you go. So if you want to do this, I'll follow you.
But I also know you want to go to this vault, and it all seems to be important. And like I said, we need to plan this out. Best use of our time. We may have to get horses. We might have to figure out how to ride horses to move faster.
The horses thing is a hard no.
We gotta do something. I don't like the idea either, but we have to be able to move faster. I think is gonna be key.
But if you want to go, my loyalty to you is stronger than my loyalty to Lothy. So.
Alright.
Upon the wind, you hear a fuck. Just kidding.
I feel like Lothy would know that. They know anything about Gnarl. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I really had. I didn't sleep that well after I had this dream, the reoccurring ones. Always.
You can wake me up if you're having trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
I'll stay up with you.
You look like you were sleeping well, and you kind of got the shit kicked out of you a little bit. So.
When do I not? The shit kicked out of me.
Very true. That's very true. All right, let's go get some food. Can you smell that downstairs?
Yeah. I gotta put a shirt on real quick.
Oh yeah. No problem. I'm gonna pack up my stuff anyways because I don't know if we're coming back in here. So, putting my hotel pillow in my bag.
It's very plush and very comfy. You're keeping that with you forever.
It's the nicest thing I own.
So, meanwhile, Tam, Theon, and Keithan have all walked downstairs to the Great Hall. And it is completely different from the last time you saw it. And the last time, there wasn't anybody there. It was just you and Ben Michael cooking you a little meal. And it is just packed with people now. There are several. So, if you remember, it looks basically like Hogwarts, the Great Hall in Hogwarts, if you watch the movies, But instead of, like, the staff table, in the back, there are just several mini kitchenettes lining that wall. where there are several students cooking together, cooking different things together. And then there's also other thing, and behind them is that long table that is horizontal while the other ones are vertical, just piled high with different kinds of food. And it seems like it's kind of a communal thing, like, you know, people just kind of cook in shifts together, cook whatever they want, cook what they think other people want. And it's just, you know, when someone leaves, someone quickly replaces them and starts cooking their own thing, you know, and it's very much like, cook for yourself, cook extra, so other people can eat too if they're, you know, not feeling it or something. It's very community driven. And there is there's just, it's jam-packed with people. There's food fucking everywhere of all kinds. And also, as soon as you guys walk in, you see, you know, Ben Michael kind of jog over to you, and he waves. He's like, "Hi, guys! Hey! Oh, I'm so glad to see you guys are all right. How did you sleep well? I heard there was it was a very big day yesterday. I heard about what happened, and I'm really happy to see that you guys are all right. Are you hungry? There's food everywhere."
Yes, that sounds perfect. It was a long day yesterday. I won't deny that, but
Yeah,
we're
I
safe,
bet.
so
I'm glad. Well, okay. Let me go get you some plates, and I'll show you how it works around here. Okay?
oh, wonderful.
So basically, he grabs you some. He grabs each of you a plate, and also I can assume at this point, Gnarl and Z have joined as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he hands everybody plates and some eating utensils, and there's kind of like a line, just kind of like snaking its way through like the edges of the room.
Is it a
You know,
buffet?
yeah, kind of, basically, yeah. For
it.
people that aren't feeling cooking today. So yeah,
So do you not have other?
I'm sorry. Was somebody saying something, or did I just?
I was wondering with Ethan, so I couldn't just like go up to the table to grab food, because that was my intention.
You could go up to the table and grab food,
Okay.
but then you
Yeah.
definitely get some like, "Hey, don't cut in line. No cutting."
Okay. I'll see that there's a line now.
Yeah.
And I'll go towards the back, because I 100% just walked up to the table to grab
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
I probably have munching on something in line for whatever was a quick meal, finger snack.
somebody's shaking their head. They're just like, "No line jumping." The most disrespectful, the height of disrespect. So yeah,
We make friends wherever we go.
So as you guys are walking, Ben is just like chattering happily. He seems like kind of a talkative guy. Like, he was pretty shy the first time you met him, but like now he's like, "I've decided you guys are my friends." So he's just yapping away about how his classes are going, about how he's already learning so much. Did you know there's a class dedicated to how to cut meats? Just a whole class on how to cut different kinds of meats. It's called I forget what it's called, but it's something like knifery or something. I can't remember. And
Absolutely. Are you learning butchering as well?
Yes, I'm learning all kinds of things about all kinds of foods. I can't, like, next semester I'm gonna take a class specifically on elven foods. I'm really excited for that.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well,
and here I am, just talking about myself over here.
No, I'm interested to learn, to hear what you're learning about. Those are all great skills that'll serve you well. So.
Yeah.
I was particularly trying to like listen, but not
Yeah.
like actively, like kind of just like
Yeah, just
be
pretending
cool,
not
man.
to be
Be cool.
listening. But like, yeah, very interested though.
As at Fion's words, his cheeks kind of blushes. He's like, "Oh, you're interested in what I'm saying? I'm just a little dwarf
Absolutely.
man."
No, this is a wonderful place and I'm excited to know more about it.
Yeah, I am just so happy to be here. Like this is kind of been a goal of mine ever since I was a little dwarf, a little toddler boy, barely able to walk. And here is all the food, and at this point you guys are kind of like snaked over to that table where it is just piled high with everything you can imagine, except for something super obscure. Except you, I will say Gnarl and Z, you guys do spy some orc delicacies just kind of like hidden in there. And, there is also, a Zagok Stormshaker that is sitting and avoiding eye contact, pretending like he didn't notice you noticed.
I was just gonna ask if I glance over at Zagok, is he like paying attention to see if we picked the orc delicacies?
So I'm gonna give it to you because I think it's funny. Yes, like as soon as he notices you look over at him, he looks away. He's like, everything's fine. I'm gonna
purposely grab a couple of them that might look good.
Okay, you do that, and he definitely sees, and you can see like a little smile on his face.
But I'm also getting like quiche and maybe shepherd's pie, like basic breakfast things, lots of bacon.
Filling up that plate.
Yeah, he's definitely
just load. It's a fucking buffet, man.
He's definitely sitting up a little straighter, and talking.
I grabbed a couple because I'm assuming that was in there as a nod to us. So.
Yeah, it definitely was. He seems to be hanging out with like a group of dwarves that seem to be like kind of rowdily shouting about something. I don't know, sports.
Sports ball.
Sports.
Yeah, they're shouting about how what a terrible display happened at the game the week prior.
Uh-huh.
Shameful display. Did you see when Sir Roderick just missed it with his lance? It was awful. What a dumbass. I don't know. What are sports? Yeah,
it sounded good to me. I bought it.
Yeah. They're definitely they're definitely talking about the fucking they got lances and horses. That one.
Yeah.
Oh
jousting.
my god!
Fuck, jousting.
Jousting. Yes, they were definitely talking about jousting.
I know. I was like lancery. Nope.
Yeah, I am deciding in this world exactly right now that that this society, jousting is their football. Like you guys are living it up in fantasy and Knight's Tale.
Seems legit. I'm into it.
Anyway.
Fully into A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
World. Yes.
Favorite movie. One of the best movies
good.
Ever. So good.
Okay,
you guys get food.
Definitely stocking up on anything that is like pocketable or like I can stick into my pouches, like muffins or like bacon. I don't know, why is it always bacon?
Yeah, you guys
pocketable food. I'll be sneaky about it at the table. Like I'll be subtle about it, but I do want to hoard some food for later.
Okay, yeah, you can feel free to hoard some food for later, but I am going to say that these foods will not give you temporary hit points because not all of the students here are clerics of Gandurren.
Okay,
even though this is technically run by the church.
That's not the reason I'm hoarding food.
Oh, well,
yeah,
I mean,
honestly,
it's just fucking delicious. But, just to clarify as, like, a, point of order, this food will not give you 5 temporary hit points today.
Okay, that's right.
And, as you guys get your food, and, Ben Michael, just kind of, like, shuffles his feet a little bit, and he's like, well, you guys can go sit wherever you'd like. I know you spend a lot of time with Zagok, so you can go sit with him if you want. Or, I also, you could sit with me over there, in a different place. You guys...
I'm going to sit with Ben Michael. I want to hear more about what he's studying and how his school is like, I just want to chat with him and, like...
Not sitting
he's
anywhere
lovely.
near Zagok.
You can feel the pout on the back of your head.
He's gonna try and hold my hand while I eat my breakfast.
He's not gonna hold your hand while you eat your breakfast. He's gonna pretend like he doesn't care that you're eating his breakfast. But he's gonna be like,
that. He is like a puppy dog in love with me for no reason, only because I'm a big orc lady.
Yeah. Sexy as fuck.
I mean,
big orc ladies are sexy!
That's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
That's
Are you
actually,
kidding me right now? How many orcs have you seen since we started this campaign? Fucking none!
2 if you count Gnarl.
Yeah, okay.
Carl's over here like,
Excuse me. What?
No,
true.
Gnarl is
Sexy half orcs, though,
beautiful
in general.
on their own.
Yeah.
In general.
Yes. At least in the... Gnarl is very sexy on their own, but also it doesn't seem like that is Zagok's type. So, you know. Anyway.
I'm trying to push your crush, your dude onto Gnarl.
I'm not trying
to... No, I
I'm
think
talking to Zedril.
Yeah, Zedril is.
Anyway, so Ben is like...
Deflect!
Z's just like, have you met my sibling?
Have you ever talked to a tiefling?
Yeah. Have you met my sibling? They're way more promiscuous than me.
Also, have you met my friend Fiat?
Also, are you into reptiles? Here you go.
Leave me out of it.
Here's Keithan. Keithan will eat anything you put in
I
front of him.
don't want that. Leave me out of it.
In any case, when it's apparent that you guys are like, no, we want to stay with you, he's like, really?
Absolutely.
Ben is super stoked. He's like, oh man. Well, okay. And then he like kind of leads you to a table where he's actually sitting with 2 people that you've already met. Well, you haven't met them, but you've seen them. I have to pull them up again. It's the halfling and the gnome and the dwarf from the culinary final.
Ooh.
Remember, they were flirting and one got too drunk. At the bar. I have to I don't know why my thing is just so slow. And I can't remember what their fucking names were.
I probably got
They got fun names. Oh, I can also find them on my phone. I've decided that I keep deciding when we're not, like, while we're playing game, that I'm going to start using my phone more because that'll load faster.
One of the names is Hilda Longspear.
Hilda and Len? Hilda Longspear and Len Gilbrock.
Yep, Hilda Longspear the dwarf and Len Gittlebrok.
Okay.
They greet you with warm smiles. Len is just like, hey there! How's it going, guys? I don't know if we've met before. I'm Led, and this is Hilda, and Hilda's like, hi. Very, very nice to meet you. Were you at the final? You guys look familiar. You kind of stick out in a crowd.
We were.
Sorry to...
That's fair. No, we understand. Yes, we were. It was good fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you guys had a good time over there. It's kind of a big deal, you know. Anyway, also, well, you guys are kind of the talk of the table, I guess.
Oh, are we?
Well,
Why is that?
I mean, there was an explosion, pretty close.
Oh, that.
Pretty close
that
around,
thing.
and
Right.
And there was a council meeting. Hilda like points over to Zagok and says like, "You won't shut up about it."
Oh, sorry about that. That's on us.
No, it's Zagok is Zagok. Like it's nothing special.
Zenral's just sitting there like chuckling to herself, not saying a word.
Yeah, he's, there's, Len is just like, well, it's, he's got a lot going on. He's an orc. You don't typically see orcs here, and he's just also kind of just such a masculine dude. And like it's like it's his whole personality. I don't understand. And Hilda like shoves Len and just like that's so rude. And Ben's like,
yeah, we're just laughing at eating our food, like listening.
Anyway, you guys, like, what, can you tell us anything about what's going on? It's kind of, well, it's a big deal. It's two explosions in under a week. It's kind of big. What do you, like, well, are we allowed to ask? Is it confidential?
That's a good question. It might be.
A very good question.
It might be.
Tam is just like, I think if we see...
Oh,
sorry for interrupting. Well, Tam is just like, well, I mean, I feel like Juno would yell at us if we said anything, but I don't...
Juno's not
I mean,
boss.
Juno yells at everybody sort of as her default state,
True.
so... I will
She has
say
a
that
stick up her butt. My goodness.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but my friend here is not wrong.
You weren't there.
I will
You would have
say.
seen the little tizzy that they were throwing.
Oh,
She was ridiculous. Keithan just like is eating strawberries off their like claws, like
like one on each claw. Like,
They're like bugles.
Like bugles.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a fit there, Keithan. Why?
at the council meeting.
she was very pissed off that not all of us were there, but it was decent. It went fine.
I'd say she was.
You.
I'd say she was lucky to get one. Really, is what I would say.
That's what I told her, but she still wanted to throw a little hizzy.
Well, good on you, Keithan, for going. It sounds like you
It
did
was a
well.
headache.
So
It went fine. It was just a headache.
Well, and
Back to eating food.
You deserve extra bacon, Keithan. Here you go.
I agree.
Keithan extra bacon.
I happily take extra food.
so
And I'm not being sly about like just pocketing food.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I was being polite about it. You're
snacks.
just like,
no, Hilda
Fine.
definitely like raises an eyebrow, but Len is like, it's good fucking food. Of course people would steal it.
It's wonderful food.
Adventuring life.
Yeah.
Adventuring life. I will say.
Shoving stuff in my bags too.
I know. I will say that that was partly our fault. That we sort of drew attention, and so I do want to apologize. I mean, I know you specifically are not necessarily the people to apologize. It was on us, and I'm sorry for the fuss we caused.
Who are you apologizing to?
I just since Len and Hilda were wondering what happened.
Oh.
It wasn't our fault.
Yeah, it's like Len is like, or Hilda is like, I don't, what?
It's not that we caused it, it's that they were targeting us. And so I feel quite bad about it. But we're gonna do what we can to try to figure it out and solve the problem. That's what I'll see.
Well, apology accepted.
I apologize for nothing.
I mean, it's not like that's not a real apology. That's just like I'm being polite and I want to tell them something because they asked.
Ben is just like, I understand what you're trying to say. I understand. And like I'm happy that you guys seem like really good people. You helped me into the city when I almost wasn't able to get in here. So
do we? Oh, good.
Well, yeah. You don't.
No,
what?
that's good.
Do you not remember?
No, I don't mean that. I'm saying just because he said you seem like good people, and I was like, oh, that's good to know.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys helped me get into the city, and you guys and Keithan, I wasn't technically supposed to be watching, but I was kind of like hiding around a corner, and I saw Keithan at the council, and she spoke super eloquently, and it was really cool. Like it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. And she really stuck it to those council members that are afraid of the Assassin's Guild. It was really cool.
That's our Keithan.
A little more detail coming out here.
Well, I know a little bit about what happened. You know, that I got caught kind of in the middle of it, and then ushered out. But I saw enough to know that Keithan was real cool. And with that, you guys eat, and you know, as your plates start to empty, a dwarf man will approach you, and he'll put his hand on Fion's shoulder, and kind of lean in. He said, Miss Starfock would like to meet all of you when you're finished with your meals.
Right. Where should we go?
Up to the headmaster's office. It is the staircase to the dorms. Just keep going up. It's at the top floor of the tower.
Thank you for the message. Will do.
And then he'll walk away, and
At least I'll say to the rest of the group. At least I'm happy to go. I shouldn't speak for everybody, but she seemed nice enough.
We
That's
may
fine.
need to talk to her about that halberd.
Oh.
Remember?
One of the items that was stolen.
Yeah. Said that it was. Maybe we should. You were talking to. Thought it was you. I don't remember where I got the information. But the halberd, someone said that maybe the church might have it. Probably not, but we could ask.
Ah, that's right.
or
Good,
somebody at the
check-
church
check
might
my
know
notes.
about it, because we already know that somebody has the halberd.
Yeah.
And they're traveling around.
That's right.
My guess is the bad guys, though.
Um,
Because the guy that had the halberd blew up in the.
In the dry jester.
no, they did not. They escaped.
They didn't
They did?
they didn't blow up, but they were in that altercation.
Yes.
That's
So,
what I
so the a thing that you gleaned from speaking with Gerald is that, they were hired to attack this person with the halberd. They did not kill them. In fact, when you spoke to Evelyn Tittlefink, she told you that they managed to escape and they managed to save people on the way out. When there was a huge explosion, there was a third assassin working with the monk and the other assassin that was killed in the
That was
altercation.
cool. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe we should talk to that person that has the halberd.
See
I don't think we know who
Probably,
that is.
Yeah.
You don't know who that
I want to
is.
do it
stuff later.
here now.
too.
Yeah.
But Lothi said specifically, you don't need to worry about them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to tell you what you should and shouldn't care about.
There's been a lot going on.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's like I want you to make your own choices.
What?
Present you with many options to make your own
What are
choices.
those? What are those? You're not trying to railroad us into a fine storyline?
I considered it, but then I decided it would be better if I let you guys make your own choices.
Alright. Okay. But yeah, Gnarl, we'll have to talk about that in not present company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you guys are done eating, you go upstairs, and there is a so once you get to the top of the stairs, you guys are obviously like in a tower, and there is this huge oaken door with a silver dragon's like kind of emblem on it, or like a knocker, I guess. Like in its talons is like, you know, in the talons of the silver dragon is like a knocker that you can
Cool.
conk conk conk.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
And when you knock, you hear a soft voice, "Oh, come in, come in." And
I'll open the door up. Yeah.
you do, and the office isn't huge. It's got about 2 chairs, and there are just books just lining both walls, and behind the red dragonborn is are these beautiful stained glass windows with light shining in from behind them, behind her, and she's got just papers and scrolls all over her desk. That seems to be administrative.
Ms. Sarfok, good morning to you.
Yes.
We heard you wanted to speak with us.
Yes, hello. I as far as Juno gave me an update about your findings yesterday, and she mentioned to me that you might need someone to cast a Speak with Dead spell. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes. I think that was part of the plan.
Okay, of course. Then I can definitely send someone with those capabilities with you. I don't exactly have the time myself today to do that. I also just Juno is territorial about information, as you may or may not be able to tell. So I wanted to say I am also curious about your findings yesterday, and well, I suppose politics are complicated in Gandurren, and information is powerful, so I thought it would be prudent for me to get information from the horse's mouth, as it were.
Can I do an insight check to see if she really is just curious? Like, was it, she said, I'm curious, and like, just want to know more. Is there like something a little bit like, I need information from you?
I also thought of doing the same thing. I wanted to look.
I was listening to the wording. I'm like, all right, what can I pull for this for an insight check?
Yeah.
Same. I was like, okay, I'm curious. I want to know if that felt
Okay.
Genuine.
Go. Everybody that wants to roll an insight check, feel free to do so.
23.
Oh, nice. I still haven't rolled yet. Hold on.
17.
17.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Gone 11.
11. Okay. So, I'll say Keithan and Fionn. You can tell there's nothing specifically malicious about her, but at the same time, like, you Fionn specifically can glean that, like, is looking for information for her own ends. And you Keithan, while you weren't like as able to glean as much as Keithan or as Fionn is, you can tell like her eyes are sharp. She is there's some, you can tell the gears are turning, but Fionn, what I'll tell you with your insight check being so high is that like you guys are in kind of a Game of Thrones-y kind of situation where, there's a lot of gears turning in the background, and while you weren't able to figure out what she's going to do with this information specifically, you do know that she's got her own shit going on.
But she doesn't seem malicious or ominous at all.
No.
Necessarily. No creepy vibes under the...
No creepy vibes.
Okay. I'll sort of look at the group and like shrug as if, should I keep talking? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like a little go ahead gesture. Okay. Yeah. Well, I admit there's not a lot of details that we're even exactly certain about. Wow, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, sorry for the dead air, folks. We we'll be in search of the Assassin's Guild today. I believe that's what we're doing. I look at the group. We were tracking them down last night. And the person that we would like to talk to who was killed by them last night as well. There's some other business that is a little more nebulous, you could say. That is the reason that we're in the city, but I'm not sure that you need to know any details of that necessarily.
She
Somebody
tilts her
we're
head
trying
at
to
that.
track down who did some damage to a friend of ours. And he may be involved with the Assassin's Guild as well. We're not sure. It seems that way.
I have, from my own investigation, I have gleaned that you are in search of some items that may be related to Gondor. Is that what this is? What you're talking about? These items of religious importance?
The person is in possession of religious items like that.
Are these the
Seems
godly
to have-
items? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Please go ahead.
Are you speaking of the godly items? The ones that were, well, of legend, is what I can, as far as I know.
Do I know about that? Do we know about something called specifically the godly items? Like, I can infer what that means, but is that something that we've talked about or heard about?
Give me, well, you guys have never, it's hard to say.
These godly items for
Like
me?
that particular
Starbuck?
phrase. Oh, yeah.
I was just gonna say, can you describe these items for me, Sarfok? I don't know if I've heard of this lore you speak of.
She gives you, like, not an angry look, but kind of like a piqued interest look. Why, yes, of course. Well, as far as I am aware, they are of legend. Centuries and centuries ago, well, why don't I start from the beginning? It is best to give context from the beginning. In the beginning, there was Null, the All-Mother, the warmest embrace. Yes, and she was in this existence of nothing, right? And so what she did was she created children. And because she is a being of balance, each of these children were as strong as they were weak. They were all beings of balance, instinct and intelligence, male and female. They were fate and freedom and reality and fantasy. And she gestures to her office. Because of the duality that each of these beings faced, there was much turmoil within them, and that turmoil they externalized as far as the legends go. Or as far as I've gleaned from my religious critical analyses, because this is basically a college. That's a thing that they do. They externalized this turmoil within and aimed it at each other. And in an effort to quell this animosity between all of them, Null gave each of her children a race of people. Lothi, the masculine and feminine god, was given the elves. Gondor was given the dwarves. And so on and so forth. Well, I guess I should, as a DM, tell you. I have to remember all of them. I wrote this all down a long time ago.
This is great. Lord Dub.
Who had the dwarf? Sorry.
Gandurren.
Gandurren. I'm sorry.
Gandurren had the dwarves. Well, Lothi actually had, now that I'm reading it, Lothi had elves and basically fae creatures that all branched out and eventually became elves and gnomes. There we go. Okay. And Raza, the logic and instinct god, he was given or more animal-like, I suppose, people like us lizardkin and dragonkin, and Danur, the goddess of fate and freedom, she was given celestial creatures. And while it did satisfy them for a long time, their need for competition eventually came to a head, and each of these gods started looking for ways to gain more power, to gain one up on each other, as it were. And in an effort to do so, they created godly items. There were several of them. There are 8 of them, I believe. Yes, there are 8 of them. And there are legends of each of these items, but to make a very long story a little bit shorter, eventually this the conflict became too much for Null, and the pain that she felt became too much, and she disappeared. And her children, feeling remorse for the pain they had caused their mother, decided to lock away these items. Specifically, Gondor did the hiding and locking away, so that none of them may feel tempted to try and grab them again. So are these...
Thank you for the details. That fills in a couple of things that I at least myself didn't know. I won't speak for those that I'm traveling with, but yes, that aligns with what I've been called to do. So,
Called?
yes.
How interesting. Have any of you others had a call similar?
As of late,
I tuck my arms in and I don't say anything. I just look at her.
Give me a... We're gonna do an opposed wisdom check.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nine.
Okay. Grenda has...
It was just straight, right? It wasn't like a saving throw or anything?
It wasn't, you add your wisdom modifier to it.
Okay.
So, it's hard to tell because she has kind of a dragony, lizardy face, but she has kind of a smirk as she looks at you. And her eyes kind of fall on Keith and you, Lizardkin? Have you felt a call?
I wouldn't call it a call.
But you have been
I
contacted.
have direction.
Same here. I wouldn't call it a call, but they kind of met up, and it seems like some of our paths have crossed.
This is feeling less and less like a coincidence, I must say.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Wait until we talk.
Oh, so this is not something each of you have realized yet?
We all met in a town. And we've been traveling together since.
We did. We were brought together in a deal with one of these items.
And
perhaps.
you
or
feel
something related to it.
And do you feel as though this is a coincidence?
Well, I thought it
At first, I
might
thought it
still
was.
be. Right. I thought it might still be even until this minute, but I'm feeling that less and less. So
Honestly, we all kind of agreed to just chaperone this youngin', and I point to like Tam behind me.
Tam is
We
just
were gonna
like
shepherd him to wizard
he like-
school, but
Tam is like, I haven't felt any calls. Just for the record.
honestly, we were just joined together thinking we were gonna get this one off to wizard school, but things
maybe-
keep changing.
maybe I suppose avenge some of the events that happened in this where we found him, but that was about it.
Well, it seems to me that all of you may have some talking you need to do, but for now, thank you for the information that you've given me. Are there any other questions I can answer for you for the moment before I send you off with one of my staff?
Do you happen to have any readings on this lore that you have dropped that I may borrow? I mean, I'd bring it back.
Good question.
Grenda thinks for a moment before standing and starts going through several of her books. And eventually she stops on this like red leather bound tome and places in front of you. And it doesn't have a title on it or anything. She slides it over to you. It seems to me as though this information, as an educator, I know the importance of information, and it seems like this information may be very important to you, so I will allow you to keep this.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna give it back
It's fine.
eventually. I'll make sure to come back.
It's fine, but thank you. I appreciate the gesture. I'm gonna say we can call it a tome of religious lore, and if you read it, I will give you advantage on rolls that have to do with lore on godly items.
Yo!
But you have to take the time to read it. Like, it is
Of course.
thick.
Yeah. Tome of religious. What'd you say? Lore?
Yeah, tome of religious. I don't know. It's just fucking. It's.
Fine. No.
I'm not gonna call it a Bible.
Yeah.
Advantage on what?
On
Religion
lore,
checks?
on religion checks pertaining to the godly items.
Pertaining to godly items, and I'm gonna keep that in a secret pouch, like on my belt, underneath some of my clothes.
It's gonna be hard
hidden
because,
away.
like, this is big, so I don't think.
Oh, okay. So it's going in my backpack with
Yeah.
my pillow.
Right. Okay.
I suppose this may not be a question that you'd necessarily be able to answer, but thinking about, there are many magical items out in the world, and would you have any insight on how, well, the difference between something that's sort of more a run-of-the-mill magical item or something that was created more recently and something that is one of these great godly items? I think I still feel some uncertainty as to
She thinks
whether
for
I
a
should
moment.
just trust my instincts, you know?
Well, from the legends, I can glean that they definitely feel different to your run-of-the-mill magical items because they were created by the gods themselves. So the power that they hold within them is of a different sort than when you might find created by a wizard or a blacksmith or something like that. Additionally, in that book, you may be able to find descriptions on what some of these items are. So that may be able to help you as well.
Thank you so much for that.
Of course.
So grateful.
I would be... It sounds like you all have been chosen for this journey, and it would be silly of me to not offer help on this, what might be an epic quest.
We won't forget it. Thank you.
Of course.
Is there anything we can do for you since you've been so gracious since the moment we've stepped foot into your building? Literally, one of your students made us food. You offered us a place to stay. Let us have breakfast again, which, thank you, by the way. That's the best breakfast I've had in a while.
Same.
But is there...
Honestly, first and foremost, it is a tenet as a follower of Gandurren to be hospitable. It is something he holds in very high regard. But also, the information you've given me is more valuable than you may realize. And that is more than payment. More than
Is there anything you wish to know from Billiam?
Nothing specific, but the member of staff that I send with you will be sure to report back to me as to what Billiam says. And that is enough for me. I'm not necessarily a person that collects specific information, just anything on the wind can be useful. Does that make sense?
Oh, I know. I understand how important and powerful information can be. So.
Yes.
Indeed.
And at that point, there is a soft knock at the door. And Grenda looks at the door and, oh, speak of the devil, please come in. And in comes a human woman that's a little bit older. Her hair is graying and tied up in a little ponytail, and she's wearing the navy apron that is usual of the Culinary Academy. And she, Grenda gestures. This is Olena. She is one of my staff here. She will be accompanying you to Castle Gandurren to cast the spell you need.
Thank you so much, Miss Sarfak.
Of course. I wish you luck on your journey. You may need it.
I think we might. We gladly accept.
And
come on, kid. Have you ever seen a dead person talk before? As I grab Tam and start walking down the hallway.
Oh, lucky Tam that he's going with us.
Tam is just like, I don't think I've ever seen a dead person talk, but, when my mom was dying, she tried to say goodbye to me.
I kick General in the ankle on the way out.
Tam has like has kind of like a faraway look in his eye.
It's alright, kid. I was just kidding. You don't have to watch.
It's just like the ghost
Yeah,
story you'd mentioned.
Olena is just like,
Oh my god.
she's just
No,
like, I
no.
can't believe this just fucking happened.
Remember, ghosts aren't real. Never met one. Ghosts aren't real.
Tam, oh. You say that, and Tam is just like, read! You should read books! You just got a book, you should read that one! Olena doesn't say anything. She's just, you can tell, like, when she first walked in, she had a, like, kind of a kindly, respectful look. Now she's very stiff. And is just
Oh, great.
marching her way.
Great.
Or
What was that, like, T-5.5 seconds it took for us to, like, completely fuck up somebody's
my God.
opinion of us?
Your actions have consequences.
Remember, I don't have a very good charisma.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem to stop you. I'm gonna stay back. I'm gonna stay back just for a sec and talk to Grenda.
Yeah, sure.
If
So
that's okay.
you guys are ushered out, and as Fionn is hanging back, Grenda will tilt her head. Yes.
You mentioned that each of Null's children had a race of people.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you know
Are you
who's
asking?
in charge of the tieflings?
Yes. There.
Or I suppose what we descended from.
There are several races that I suppose aren't necessarily accounted for in ancient texts. So I can't say for sure, but it seems likely to me that the tiefling race may be a mixture of other races. It may be, similarly to how Lothi's children were initially just fey creatures. They spread their DNA, as it were, to other races and created gnomes and elves. It would seem likely to me that tieflings would be similar. So it could be that maybe creatures of Lothi shared in someone else's race to create tieflings, or maybe tieflings aren't even of this plane.
Demonic, I suppose.
Some would think so, but I don't think... I prefer not to subscribe the prejudices that go towards a word like that. I think things just are, and not necessarily born good or bad. So being from a different plane, even though some may think that makes someone good or bad, I don't believe it does. It's just another place, somewhere that's not here.
Thank you for your time.
Of course. Good luck.
When Fiona exits, Keithan, she's gonna pop her head in.
Yes, hello.
Halberd. Yeah, sorry. The halberd, is that in the book, the tome? Do you know? I wasn't really sure if that qualified as a godly item.
A halberd?
Yeah.
She thinks on it. No, I don't believe a halberd is one of the items mentioned in, at least in readings that I've done.
Just know that there is someone attacked with that, with your first explosion. So wasn't sure if there had any significance, but it might be tied to Gondor. So wasn't sure if you had any insight on that.
Well, as far as Gandurren goes, as far as I know, the items associated with Gandurren, each god made 2 items. The items associated with Gandurren, as far as I know, are a sham and a very, very large, it seems like a dragon scale. No halberds.
What does his dragon scale do?
As far as I know, it is an item that absorbs magic and is able to repel it back.
If we come across any of these godly items, do you know of a way to destroy them other than locking them in a vault?
Destroy them? Oh, unfortunately, well, off the top of my head, no. But that is something I can do research and well, at least try to do research on. But honestly, that may be a better question for the Wizards College. They deal more in magical items than we do. We mostly cook here.
I wasn't sure with your connections to the gods.
No, I just have studied a lot.
Well, thank you for your time and your assistance for today. And then Keithan will turn around and just kind of... Did they at all see if Sarfok had noticed their satchel bag that is holding the tiger statue?
We're gonna roll for it.
Okay. Do I need to do a perception or something like that, or you're just gonna roll to see?
Grenda did not notice your satchel. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I was a little concerned about that. Cool. So I would just probably put a slight tap on it and then leave just to ensure it's still there. I know I'm getting a constant creepy feeling, but
no, it's definitely still there.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
That was a useful meeting. Oh.
Yeah, if you ask people questions. No, it's okay.
No, it's good. You gotta be careful who you ask.
Yeah, also that. Careful of who you ask. Yeah. So,
to find out, you have to be careful who you ask questions. You end up dead.
Ask questions to the wrong people. Other people find out. Also, just asking questions around, people find out about it. So you guys, being led by Olenna, you guys are led back to Castle Gondor. And inside the great front gates, there's a little administrative room that is similar to the back room that you guys met the monk in, but this one is quite a bit bigger. It seems like this is kind of a room for most people to show up in, and there's a dwarf man writing with a quill that looks up when you guys arrive. Are you Juno's guests?
Yeah.
That's us?
Yes.
So you're gonna be wanting to go to the Morgue, and that is through that door, and then go down until you can't go down anymore. It's very cold.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. And so you guys are led through that door, and you go down several levels, and you guys come to this room that is very... Every level you go down, it gets a little bit colder, and finally, it's, it feels kind of like a winter's day in there. Tam, and you guys reach the door to the morgue, I guess. I don't know if back then they had morgues, but they know that people decompose less fast when it's cold, so. When you guys get to the door, Tam kind of hesitates.
I'm gonna stay out here with you, Tim.
Oh,
The rest of them can go in and do whatever they're doing.
Well, Tam looks up at you and he's like, "You don't gotta, I just,
No, I want to.
Fia, don't you think that you should go in there? I can stay with Tam.
Oh, sure, that works too.
You, really?"
I kind of turn around and
Yeah.
look at Tam and I go, this is kind of my fault. Maybe, I don't know, should I stay here? I'm sorry, Tam. I was being not nice.
Well, no, it's not because of what you said. It's just, it's not because of what you said. It's just, I'd just rather see less dead people in general.
That's, I think we can all agree with you on that. Sure, Nara, it's up to you. I'm happy to stay or go in, whatever.
Do we want to talk about what questions we want to ask when?
Are we able, I'll ask Elena, are we able to ask questions, or is that something that you have to do?
Elena, I have it pulled up. Let's see. Of course, I don't have
think
it
it's something-
fucking pulled up again. Oh, God damn.
The player thinks it's something that only, that like, she is
Yes.
the only one who can ask questions.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can tell her what to ask.
Juno also might have like a set list of questions that they want asked. I don't know.
Right.
That
yeah,
they have
that's true.
directions to.
That's true.
Right. I guess so. I guess
what
I'll ask Olena, like, do you know what we're like? Are you going to be asking the questions? And
Well,
Do you
yes. Well, yes. I do technically have to ask these questions, or I have to be the one to speak the question out loud for the corpse to answer. But I've not been given any direction myself on what questions to ask. So
I haven't.
that is something for you to discuss with Juno Gwent.
All right.
Well, we should come up with our own set of questions. We can talk with Juno, and then maybe we can see if any of our questions overlap.
Okay. Great. Yes, let's do that for a minute right now. Sorry, Olena. Just give us 1 minute.
It's fine. I believe actually that this this spell takes a while to prepare. Give me one moment.
Right. Oh shit! What do we want to ask? Ah! Well, Billiam probably doesn't know that. Well, I don't know what he knew.
No, it only
Could've known.
it's only an action to cast. Oh, I am surprised. I thought it would.
Yeah,
Take
be
a lot
like an
longer than that.
hour-long ritual or something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I will start preparing the things I need. Take your time.
Right? What do we want to know? Oh my gosh.
Billiam might know who Mr. B is. Maybe more detail than
All
the
right.
cloaked
That's-
figure with with strange eyes.
Yes.
Have information on it, actually.
Oh,
Do you? Since
Yeah.
when?
But I don't want to
how?
talk about it right now around present company. I don't know how well.
Elena has left the room. Like, you guys are
Not-
standing.
Still,
Are we
I
in a
understand.
hallway?
Yeah, I think we're like
Yeah.
in a hallway basically. Yeah, so
Okay,
understood.
I'm just like, you
Zeno.
guys can talk about whatever you want. You're technically alone.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Sure.
I'm iffy about it, but
Sure.
you guys can keep an eye out.
Is there anyone like in this hallway with us, or?
Mm-mm. You guys are basically at the bottom of a staircase with the big heavy door right in front of you.
I'll stand next to the door and like kind of stand in front of it. So if anyone opens it, I'll get hit with it.
Is this the staircase like spiral, or is? I'm just nervous about voices echoing
Mhm.
up the staircase.
It's definitely not a spiral staircase. It's a straight up and down.
Up and down. Can I see like to the top landing? How many landings did we go down?
You can see up to the next floor.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I guess it's not a spiral staircase, but you know, you definitely like
a zigzaggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna have them come in closer and kind of do stage whispering.
Mhm.
Okay. So I've always had these reoccurring dreams. With a particular person, she gives me information, and it always seems to be right. I don't. Her name was Atha. I believe it's like a form of, like, her particular. I think it's Atha the god talking to me, honestly, but it's like her form. Anyways.
Is there a god named Arthur?
Yes, she's the goddess of life and death.
Ooh.
So Mr. B is. God, please remind me.
I'm sorry.
I know his real name.
Belial.
Belial. Thank you. His real name is Belial, and he is or was the peacekeeper between the gods, or he was supposed to be. You know how all that lore that we got from Miss Sarfok? Well, I think it's true.
Sounds like his role didn't work out too well.
It is.
Denor actually released him from his findings or whatever, because he didn't have free will, and she gave him free will, and he was very sour about everything, and he's going pretty much on this rampage with these godly items.
Fuck Denor.
Oh, right. Okay, that follows, I think.
And
I think that makes sense.
We may have to have another discussion, but to be pertinent for right now.
Sorry, I'm just my notes. Shows like there's something bad had happened.
You were asking a question about who he was, but I know who he is, and we don't need to get that. That's not a question we need to ask.
Right.
Okay.
Would this have happened?
And I'm looking up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Checking back.
So this happened recently that Belial was given his free will?
I'm gonna assume so. If the chaos things have been starting now, then yeah.
Right. That's what I'm aware of as well. That something recently has gone wrong.
Yeah.
That follows with everything that we've heard. I'll look at the group.
Yeah. And like I said, these reoccurring dreams don't happen often. When they do, they're pretty important. So I'm not bound, but like I'm gonna listen to the information that's given to me.
Right.
But again, that's not a question we need to ask.
Right. Okay.
Billiam.
And there's more information you received, just not to share at this moment.
Not at this moment, but we will talk about it, definitely.
All right. Thank you, Zonal.
Yeah.
Respect, Zonal. Okay. Well, what should we ask then? The Assassin's Guild.
Well, didn't you guys sorry, actually Tam doesn't know this, but well, does he know where the assassin people went?
That was gonna be what I asked, because I do have this piece of paper, and I'll kind of like fish out this that has a circle around an address and an emblem of Assassin's Guild safe house. Yeah. Circle around an address and the emblem of Assassin.
So there's two
address, and then it says B ? One town to solve. Yeah.
Around another address. There's two locations that we might be curious about.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I'm speaking in myself or Fion's accent. Sorry. You might be curious about then.
That might be a question.
Certainly I sniffed out the direction and seemed to follow I think it was with the Assassin's Guild. We knew which direction they were.
I got it.
I'll go confirm who actually killed William.
That's true.
Right. That
Okay.
seems like a...
We'll
Well, do we need to confirm that? We assume it was the monk, I think.
But we're assuming.
We can ask him what was the last thing.
The monk has a godly item.
Yeah. Does he?
And then Keithan just kind of like nods their head.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you guys can probably glean. I guess I'm giving you the answer here, but I mentioned that one of Gondor's items was a sham, and that seemed
right.
Yeah. So they have two godly items.
The monk has the sham.
Gerald.
Oh, they have the sham.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Well,
Most
last you saw,
likely.
they did.
That's right. Oh, that's right, because they were using it to... Yeah. Good. Okay, just sorting it all out. This will get smoother, I swear.
I'm gonna write down what was the last thing Billiam saw before he died.
Right, or what happened to him in the few minutes before he died. I think that would be... We can cast a broader net with that. I guess I'm wondering... Well, maybe that'll cover... That's maybe the first thing we should ask. Maybe that'll cover, who killed him, and... Let's start with that, then.
Do we want to let Juno know this ad?
You cut out?
Do we want to let Juno know the address?
Oh, no.
Address of the safe house.
Address of the safe house, okay. It was the same part that cut out. I mean, Juno's... I'm also stage whispering. Juno's fine, I suppose, but I don't exactly feel the need to volunteer
Well,
everything we've got all the time to her.
Tam kind of pipes up and is like, do you think Juno's actually going to leave you alone with him?
No. She's not. But if we get confirmation on this address, she's probably going to want to know. I mean, she's fully aware of what's going on, but I mean, if she wants to take care of this assassin's problem,
Right.
that's up to her.
As well, tell her.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Are we actually... Well, I guess if we're in search of the items, are we in search of the items just... I don't know, sorry, as a group. Are we in search of the items... Are we in search of Mr. B, or both?
Both.
that's another
Like,
point
just
that
what
was made in my dream.
I have items that I'm
All right.
would like to collect.
So in that case, it is worth our while to help with this Assassin's Guild problem. I guess that's what I'm getting at. Do we need to address this for them? We certainly don't. We're not beholden to anyone in the city.
What they do to get the godly items, that's
Right.
I think my largest curiosity.
Right. Oh, right.
Because they were just given by
Why were they given that? Why were they given them? Okay.
what deal they make, or why?
Right.
Or is it just solely on Belial's chaotic nature, why they're given?
Wasn't
Was
necessarily a question for Billiam, but do we know that Billiam himself is not a part of the assassins?
no, we don't know.
Is
He
would
very
there
well
be a
may be.
way to know that?
I mean, we could ask.
Do we need to know whether he is or not?
We're assuming.
It might be irrelevant, I suppose, but that's a good question. I don't think we know.
It might help decide what knowledge he holds, whether or not he's a member or not, or
Was
I guess we could add that in there.
was Billiam given one of the items?
No.
Not that you know of.
Not that we know of. Okay. It was the people who were the dry jester.
The monk and
They were looking for
Geralt.
one.
Gerald.
The monk and Gerald.
Yeah, they both have items.
This is so much to entangle. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
Also,
Okay.
also keep in mind-
So he might not know what deal they made. You know, like William might not be the person to ask necessarily what deal they made for those items, but it is something that we want to know. Okay.
Keep in mind that the corpse is under no obligation to give truthful answers.
Oh, for sure. But, like, just, what are we even gonna ask in the first place? Okay. I guess we just go in and see what happens, maybe, after the first question of what happened to you before you died.
Well, I also wrote down, are you part of the assassin?
Okay. Yeah,
We'll see what he says.
We'll see what he says.
Can somebody cast a circle of truth spell? I don't know. Is that a thing?
Nope.
Can you do
Give me, actually, now that you mention it, oh boy, I'm actually very excited for this piece of lore. Give me a history check. Just you and Gnarl, though.
Oh. History check for the twins?
Yeah, for us, those city-dwelling kids.
Ah.
Oh my god!
Ooh!
Did you get a natural 20?
I got a nat 20!
Yay!
Yeah, yes!
Plus my history is +4, so...
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Z. Okay.
Oh
So,
my god, 12.
Z, you would know, what from living in cities, this, the answer would, as far as somebody being able to cast Zone of Truth, is likely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. So, something you've learned living in cities, it's a relatively new idea that's come up within the last 5 years, is the perception of consent altering spells.
Ooh.
And so in bigger cities, and that's why this is for you guys, because in bigger cities it is now like absolutely not cool to cast spells like that.
Ooh.
Things like Charm Person, Zone of Truth.
I don't know that.
It's new and it's just in metropolitan areas. Those are not cool spells to cast because you are actively taking away people's right mind when you cast them. And
I'm gonna take back that last sentence.
Okay.
And I will, but also because of your nat 20, also because of your backstory, I will tell you that it's not illegal to cast these spells. You can still cast them. But it's highly taboo. But followers of Atha, they don't necessarily care about that. Those that are in the Assassins and the Thieves guilds, those are necessary tools to get the job done sometimes. So it's kind of like a culture thing. And so people that are followers of Atha don't tend to think that those spells are that bad, but the average person that is not will look upon you with suspicion if they were to see you cast it or talk about it.
Okay. Ooh, I just thought of a question. If there's any left.
What was the question you thought of?
I haven't said it yet.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't said it yet. If there's other spaces left, this is a Hail Mary.
Okay. So, was there something you want to say, Teebs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just been
sent you
talking.
something
Oh no!
I
Okay.
was on mute.
in chat.
Yes, that. I was going to address that. So good. But that was sort of more for Z, so. Because Z would know. Would know this. Or like, yeah. I think so, because wasn't there some mark on Jarell?
Yes, the Jarell did have a tattoo.
Jarell.
Yeah.
So that's a question we can ask even before we start with William.
And what was your...
And that would be a clue in.
What were you going to say, Teebs?
Sorry. I'm replying to what Teebs said in our
Okay.
chat, but yeah.
It's I wasn't. The reason why I asked, and if you want to cut this, you can cut
Mhm.
this. The reason why I was asking in chat because I wasn't. I couldn't recall if Zenrol had shared the information that I know about Zenrol, and I'm not sure if Gnarl is supposed to know
Oh.
that information about Zenrol.
You would know.
So-
We like share everything. There might be
Gotcha.
like one or two you don't know that I had the other day actually, but you would know about the thing. Yes.
Okay, I figured like we would, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't want to.
You would definitely know, especially from bandaging, because we
Okay.
get into a lot of scraps. Yeah, you
Okay.
would know. Yeah.
Okay. But we
So,
don't know
I
that.
can
You
bring
don't.
it
Yeah.
into
Okay.
character and not metagame. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that I had your consent to do that.
Everything-
as Gnarl, can I
everything in the
say
backstory.
something?
Yeah,
Okay.
everything in the backstory, you know for sure. There's, like I said, there's like one or two things that you don't know, but
Okay.
I just
That's
brought it
actually
up.
really good. Wait,
Yeah.
no, but there's some reason that I know that Fionn knows that you had an association with the Assassin's Guild. See,
Well,
there
I
must
mean,
have been something that
there's-
came. I feel like we talked about it for some reason.
like, there's a
During-
reason to be suspicious of Z
Mhm.
being part of a Thieves Guild because she does know Thieves Can't and has talked about it.
Yeah,
And I
But I
tried
think
writing a
in-
note and it didn't work.
I want to say like in the interrogation with Jaral and Juno, when he started to mention the Assassin's Guild, did you say anything? Did Z say anything?
I tried writing a
Specific during
note,
that?
and Juno ripped my note up.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So I'd be able to glean that like you have some knowledge, but not necessarily that
Yeah.
you're like a member necessarily or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. That's really good to be reminded of because it's hard not to metagame. Okay.
Are you guys
Okay,
ready?
3, 2.
Okay. What other questions do we need to ask? I have 2 written down. Well, I guess no, never mind. The second one
Yeah.
doesn't count anymore.
I guess what are they? I mean, like there's the big picture stuff of
What's
maybe I'm
the
Fionn right now.
what's the
There-
first
Go ahead.
question? One more time. Tam
What was the
asked.
last thing Billiam heard or saw before he died?
I'd like to ask, sort of more generally, like what happened to you in the minutes before you died? Like what led up to that,
Which would work.
as opposed to like the last thing you saw, because that could be of one very specific thing that's not that useful. So,
Yeah.
thinking about crafty phrasing.
Yeah.
Can you ask where he thinks they would go? We got 2
not-
addresses, right?
Right.
not a
That's
bad
what.
idea.
That's one of the. Oh, I guess that technically wasn't one of the questions, but
Mhm.
I knew which direction. I knew which direction
You
they went
did.
in because I sniffed it out.
Mhm.
So, sorry, I don't know. I keep not
But
being sure whether I'm
confirmation is good.
talking as the player or the
Confirmation is-
character. I think that's the thing is like trying to get back into Fionn. Sorry, folks. I think that as long as we're pretty sure that we know a piece of information, it might be a waste of a question to
Okay.
ask for it unless it's very important. And I know which direction they went in because I sniffed it out. So it's just a question of, maybe what they're planning to do with that, at that address, like what their next move is, perhaps.
Tam kind of thinks on it. He's like, well, it kind of sounds like we're having some trouble coming up with any questions at all. So maybe it's not a
No.
waste of a question. Well, I mean, but it sounds like we're having trouble coming up with more than 2 questions. Because we've had 1 or 2 questions on the list for the past 10 minutes.
Mhm.
And
Is
haven't
this Tam
come
or
up
the
with-
DM talking? Yeah.
Tam's a smart fucking kid.
Yeah. He is.
See, instead of asking about the if he was a part of the Assassin's Guild, maybe there's something on him indicating, so we don't have to waste that question.
You are definitely right. We don't have to ask that because there would be visible proof.
Mm-hmm.
You are 100% correct. Like I said, maybe Juno's got some questions she wants.
Are all assassins branded Is it all
Branded or tattooed?
Yeah.
Branded or tattooed in one way or another.
Okay.
Do you know why Mr. B has given the items to the Assassin's Guild?
It's not bad. It's not a bad question.
I don't know if, Billiam would know the answer, but...
True.
It's related to the
So
sort
it's
of
a little
what
shot in the
deal
dark.
did they make? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So if he knows of the deal between the Assassin's Guild and Mr. B, or if it's just chaotic.
Right.
So we've got a couple questions and figured Juno would have one or two that she'd want to ask.
Right. Okay, I think we have enough to go on.
Yeah. So let's go in. I'm going to go
All
in.
right. Gnarl, you're staying out here with Tam? All right. I'll go
Yeah,
with
I'll stay out
Gnarl.
here.
Okay. So Tam will kind of like sit on the stairs with Gnarl. And you guys open the door, and it's very cold in here, lit by some kind of gas lamps that are shielded from the cold. And there's there's like some cold like fog on the bottom of the floor. It looks like a very spooky wooden morgue, because I don't think tile is a thing here. Like the ground is stone and it's very dank. It looks kind of like a little dungeon place. And in front of you is the body of Gerald. Or not Gerald. Is the body of Billiam. You're like, what?
What?
No, the body of Billiam is there. Him's naked with a like a sheet covering up to his neck. And you can smell incense in the room. It's very potent. And Olenna is kind of patiently waiting, and then Juno looks over and is like, oh, finally, geez, you took your sweet time having whatever, I don't know, doing whatever it is you do. I don't know. Are you ready? You guys are doing the investigation outside of the city. Do you guys, you know what you want to ask?
We have some idea. Yes. Do you have anything that you wanted to ask as well?
She actually like looks kind of like taken aback by that.
We left room for you to ask questions, Juno.
For the first time, you're going to be carrying on the investigation.
For the first time since you've met her, Juno was speechless, but not in a bad way.
Great.
Oh, finally.
I know. We're getting through to her.
But not in a bad way. She's like, you left room for me to ask my questions?
Yeah, a few. I mean, it's part of your investigation. Happened to be some weird form. But yeah.
You see the shadow of a tear in one of her eyes.
She doesn't look like... I wouldn't think she'd cry, but...
Maybe Juno just wants to be loved. Maybe Juno just wants to be just included more.
A badass person. Like
it's a whole tough exterior but squishy interior thing.
Why do you think her husband's squishy?
Yeah.
Oh, her husband is a sweetheart.
Her husband's great, yeah. I don't know how he puts up with her, but yeah.
Well,
Juno's
maybe
just
this is the answer. Maybe she's actually just a teddy bear on the inside.
We know her husband's squishy.
Juno.
Oh, Keithan does.
Juno's just like that meme on TikTok that's just like, I just want to be appreciated.
Oh, all right, Juno. We can appreciate you a little.
Juno's like, well, that's very considerate, and I appreciate it. I do actually have one or two questions of my own that I wanted to ask this man. But I'll let you get yours out of the way first. Anyway, are you ready?
Yeah.
She looks at She looks at Elena. Cast away. Elena nods and closes her eyes and begins to pray. She prays to Gondor to get the necessary information that she needs out of this recently dead man. And as she's quietly praying, her hands begin to glow, and that glow kind of releases itself from her hands and flies its way to the middle of the forehead of William's corpse, and kind of falls, just kind of floats its way inside, leaving like a little flit of light as it enters his brain. And after a moment, these milky white eyes just kind of fly open, and you hear this noise. And it's kind of like, it's kind of gruesome seeming like, he's dead. You can still see part of where his throat was cut, and it's like he begins to speak, and like his eyes are obviously dead, and it looks just like his mouth is moving. Just his mouth is moving. And yeah, it's like, it's creepy looking. And at this point, Elena looks at everyone and it's like, just let me know what question you would like to ask and I'll ask it.
You first, Leon.
Like, looking distinctly less confident. This is so gross. We'd like to know what happened to him right before he died. Maybe in the few minutes before he died. What led up to it?
Okay. Olenna nods and looks back to the body. What happened in the minutes leading up to your death? And you hear like this hoarse breath from him. And the mouth begins moving and is like, how does he want to answer this?
Truthfully, hopefully.
Yeah. The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
So help you, Gondor.
So creepy. So help you, Gandurren.
Yeah. Assassins came in. Thought they got the job done. But they said that I was a loose end. That I needed to be tied up. I asked him why, and one of them was like, I told him about you. And I was like, why the fuck you do that? And then nothing. I was filling out papers for when the business starts up again. No more business, huh?
Z just shakes her head no.
There's no visual like his eyes don't move or nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that she didn't want to say anything.
I'll say to Z, you said I thought they got the job done? Does it sound like he knew? And the job being what? Killing us? But that was something Gerald took on his own self.
Yeah.
On their own.
Their own self. I'll get there. No, I don't know why.
I mean, they were running. So, okay. We need to ask the second question.
Should we ask what the job was?
What?
Is that worth a question? Should we ask what the job was?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say to Elena. What was the job? What did you know about it that they had gotten done?
Elena nods. What was the job that you referenced a job? What is that job? He opens his mouth again. Making up for fucking up the halberd person. New job. Took it into their own hands. Needed information to make up for it.
Okay.
That's why they came to get us on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Fucking up the halberd.
Did you say that you had 2 leads to Juno in the last game? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
I don't think I said that we had any lead. Well, I think I did. Hold on, let me mute so I can ruffle through my paper.
Okay. Yeah, I guess the next thing maybe I'll ask General, did you want to confirm the information you had? About their whereabouts?
I don't have anything written down on what I told Juno.
Okay.
Yeah, so my question is gonna be, do you know what direction the assassins would have headed?
I know that.
You know some
Already.
of it, but a final destination would be good.
All right. Final destination then.
Elena nods. Do you know where these assassins might be headed? And how do I want him to answer this? The mouth opens and closes and lets out this like very empty and very loud laugh.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. And just is like, ha 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 ha. No paper trail, he says.
No paper
Sure about
trail.
that.
Well, that's a good question.
No paper trail.
There,
Like, and meanwhile,
is-
in the other room with Tam, like, Tam, like, looks perturbed by that sound that he just heard.
Yeah, so that's a third question.
that
You have 2 more.
Fourth,
I
Juno.
would like to
gonna
know.
Oh,
I was
Keithan.
gonna say Keithan had a question.
Yeah, I would like to know what was the deal between, or what, or if there is a deal between the Assassin's Guild and Mr. B. I'd imagine Billiam would be a little bit sour about the assassins, seeing I think they were the one that killed him, but
So,
To get the magical items, did you?
yeah, why Mr. B was giving the magical items if it was just to pay up for the assassins doing job for them. And Keithan will gesture to Juno. What were your questions? You said that you had one or two.
Well, so Juno has kind of a serious look on her face. She's like, no paper trail. What is that? Dude, I'm gonna do a roll for Juno's intelligence.
No paper trail. Shit, but we have. Does that mean we have false information?
It might be.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Is our paper useless if there is no paper trail? Okay,
yeah.
sorry. Guess
Juno does ask. Yeah, I roll a little investigation check or a little intelligence check for her, and she's like, "Did you find anything written down?"
I did, actually.
Then
I'll pull out my piece of paper because, why not? I'm trying to connect with Juno. I want her to be friends with us.
Juno.
So I'll pull out my piece of paper and I'll be like, we did actually find this piece of paper with a couple addresses on it. And one of them has the emblem of the assassin.
She nods. No paper trail.
I know we're trying to help take this down, but I don't know. With this most recent answer, this could be fake.
Juno nods. Yeah, I think this is a red herring. It makes sense.
Could be, or it could be a trap.
Yeah. Wait, if they're on the run, having you giving clues to in the wrong direction gives them more time.
Right.
I mean,
to recoup.
They already are miles ahead of us already.
Right,
yeah.
And when you're escaping, any extra time is valuable.
Appreciated.
Yeah.
Right.
Run
And we don't.
myself ragged.
There may be something dangerous even for us. DM, can you remind me? I don't know why I didn't write this down. Which direction did I sniff them going in? I want to say it was like
eastward.
East.
Yeah. It might not. That might not have been the answer I gave last time, but I am going to say that I am telling you now it was eastward.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, you did. You're telling us now that it's.
Well, that Fionn smelled. I didn't have this bit fully planned out yesterday. That was a bit on the fly. So now that I have thought it out more, the answer that you smelled is eastward.
Okay. So I'll say I can do that again and catch their scent again. I think he wasn't about to give up where they actually were going, so I may have.
Well, I mean, we can ask if they had any other secondary safe houses if he knows about them.
I can't imagine he'd tell us.
I don't think he's gonna tell us.
That was quite a creepy laugh.
Torture him. Get him to tell me.
Right.
Whatever you guys want.
So you didn't have any further questions?
Well, my only question for him was, it kind of changed up what I was gonna ask, and now my question is, if he knows of any other safe houses that they might have that they would have gone if this one.
We can try asking. We just might get another laugh out of him. And Keithan, your question as well, if you like.
Yeah. Go ahead with Keithan's question.
Maybe that we should do next and see what he says. Maybe we'll have a follow-up to it.
Okay. Can you remind me, Elena looks and is like, can you remind me what your question was?
What, or if there was a deal between the Assassin's Guild and Mr. B for the magical items.
Okay. Elena looks a little confused, and so does Juno. Juno, furrows her brow a little bit. And finally Elena speaks and is like, is there a connection between Mr. B and the Assassin's Guild, or why did Mr. B give the Assassin's Guild items? Is that what you were wanting to ask?
Magical items.
Okay. Why did Mr. B give the Assassin's Guild magical items? And Billiam answers, loyalty. Someone wants his own following, huh? It's good to be a god.
That would answer. Okay.
That. Oh, I've got all sorts of questions about that, but I don't think they're for him. Oh boy. Okay.
All right, and Juno, feel free to ask your question. We didn't have any more. Like I said, we made sure there was.
Okay. Finally, Juno speaks to Elena, and Elena nods, and are there any safe house locations that are not written down? And Billiam says, "Fuck 'em!" And and well, no, like, and is like, "Go east till it gets dangerous, then keep going east." Or no, actually, he says, "Go east past the road. When it gets dangerous, you're close."
Didn't think he'd say anything to that. All right.
They're also the reason he's dead.
Yeah. Fuck those assholes! He says.
If you could do this.
Yeah.
What was the end of that? Go east when the road gets dangerous.
That you're getting close.
Yeah,
You're
go
getting
east
close.
past the road. When it gets
Yeah,
dangerous,
I did
you're
have
getting
that.
close.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, he's like, "Fuck those assholes!" He says until like the breath in his, until all the breath that's left from the spell in his body is gone, leaving him a corpse once again.
Oh my god.
I wish he would have felt the same way during question 3.
Oh my god. That was the best, like, exit ever. Corpse exit. Fuck those assholes.
I would like to look to Juno and oh goodness, what is her name? Olena.
Like Olena,
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Tyrell. From...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful name, but I would like to look to both of them, and I'd say, can I check over the body for something?
Juno, you can see Juno's...
I promise it's not going to be anything weird. I just want to look over it and inspect it for something.
Juno, like, holds up her hand and is like, it's fine, you guys, I have some paperwork drawn up, basically putting you in charge of the investigation outside of the city into these assassins, so you can inspect the body as you want.
Oh. Do we need to come see you for this paperwork? Are we going to carry this paperwork around?
Both. I do need you to... It's a contract. I need you to sign it. In my office.
All right. We will come to see you after.
Okay.
Interesting.
Inspect the body to your whim.
Okay. God, we're gonna have to take down an assassin.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is so cool.
Now I really am kicking myself that I should have asked that question that I was going to.
Oh no. What was it?
Okay. How do I get into the Assassin's Guild safely?
Oh.
How do I gain their trust?
Because he had done that somehow. Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
That ship might have sailed though. Like, because they've already seen you.
That's true. Okay, I would like to look over the body for either like a Thieves Guild emblem, because I'm assuming there's got to be like different Thieves Guild around.
So yeah.
Or the Assassin's Guild.
Give me an investigation check.
Big money. Big money.
This has been working for me so far. So let's hope this one works. It isn't. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible. And with my bonus, it'll be a 19.
Oh, guidance, mother.
A 19?
It's okay.
But a 19 is still a very good roll.
Okay.
So, you find, as you're looking, you find on his ankle, a tattoo. It is not an Assassin's Guild tattoo, it is a Thieves Guild tattoo.
Would I recognize the Thieves Guild tattoo?
It's...
Like I said, I'm assuming there's different, depending, like, regional.
So, yes, it is regional. It's not necessarily by city.
Okay.
So, it is for the Northwest, I guess, region.
Okay. Alright. Cool. I guess I would already know. Okay. Thank you. I'll look at Olena and say thank you very much for your time. And I'm sorry this was weird. And I'll cover the body back up.
Olena shrugs and is like,
Wait,
I
where
just
was
work
the
here.
tattoo?
On his ankle.
Ankle. Okay.
And at that point, Olena's like, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to, I need to get back to the academy. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. She looks at you guys, looks like she's like wanting
us to leave.
Or it's just that kind of look that's like, do I want to say anything else to these people? She decides no, and then leaves.
Thank you so much for your help, Olena.
Yes, of course. Anything for Grenda.
Say anything?
I think this did a lot of good.
Does she say anything to Tam and I? I'm sitting in front of Tam with some cards, and Tam's holding some other cards.
Yeah.
I'm teaching you to play poker.
We have stacks of silver next to us. Tam is visibly losing, but I'm like teaching him how to like kind of cheat.
Okay. Yeah. Tam's really picking it up. Yeah.
This kid is going to be jack of all trades by the time we're done with him.
Really though.
Olena kind of like pauses and she sees you two, and she's like gently touches Tam's shoulder and is like, if you ever feel like you need a safe place to stay, the Church of Gandurren is always there for you. Oh, have a nice day, you two. And she like hurries up. And he's like, what does that mean?
She's gonna call Child Protective Services on us.
I don't know. I don't know. I really... and then I just keep going.
And at that point, Juno is like, all right, you've got some contracts to sign up in my office. Basically, what it is, it's official paper saying that you are acting on behalf of Gandurren when investigating these assassins, and it's also how you guarantee payment for bringing them alive, technically.
That last part, well, we'll have to see. It may be difficult, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't... Okay, look. I have altered the contract a little. She like, looks around. I've altered the contract a little. Okay, technically the council wants them alive. But I have put in the contract that you will get money regardless of physical state.
Perfect.
We'll do our best. Should we follow her to her office, or?
How much? I'm assuming we're in the office.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's
I was like, are we just chatting in the morgue over a bunch of dead bodies? Like, so how much though? Which you could.
yeah, you guys can be in her office now. That's fine.
Okay, cool. Cool.
And she slides she actually slides 8 contracts over to you guys, one for each of you, and then you need to sign them in duplicate as a copy for the city.
I'm gonna
Bureaucracy.
go over these contracts. I mean, do we wanna?
Well, okay. So, and so she starts explaining, this will give you a certain amount of authority even when you're outside the city.
A what? Sorry.
Yeah, you cut out.
Sorry.
This will give you something.
This will give you a certain amount of authority. If you find yourself in other cities, you can brandish this, and it'll basically say that you're a liaison of Gandurren. And if you're in another city, then law enforcement there will be more likely to work with you. And also it requires us to pay you. And you look at the payment option, or you look at the bit that says the payment agreement, and it is 1,000 gold.
Each?
No,
Or
no,
all together?
Per person?
all together.
Is that like per head, or because if
It
we only bring
is-
back one head or
so
5 heads, like is it the same really?
So I guess 500 per head. There are 2, so for bringing them both in, you would get 1,000.
Oh,
Gerald and
Gerald
the monk.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my dog is yelling. Also I'm messaging.
I mean, this sounds
would
okay.
like
Should
To
check
look
them over for
these contracts.
fine print.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to look over for any inconsistencies or fine print, I'm gonna go open my door for my dog. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, just straight intelligence. What is it?
I'm completely relying on you, Z, to read these contracts.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
Yeah, I try, but I get cross-eyed halfway through.
I got a 14.
Like, except
14?
you can't tell because I don't have any irises. Well, anyway.
I mean,
14.
I imagine
like-
Keegan's looking it over a little bit as best as she can.
The facial strain on everyone's
Yeah.
face.
Juno's like, are y'all okay? You look like you're about to have an aneurysm.
That was fine.
But as far as Z, as far as you can tell, there's no like weird loophole in there that would like fuck you over.
Okay. They're just, both contracts are the exact same.
Yes.
Or all 8, I guess, technically, are all the exact same.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, that would be Keithan's concern as well. Is that the contracts are actually the copy as well as the city version are the same.
Yeah. And I'm assuming, I'll look at Juno and I'm going, assuming you get one copy and then the other.
Yes.
Do we have access to any additional resources? I know we had someone with us to help us out yesterday.
Unfortunately, we can't.
Anything like that?
Unfortunately, with the public being very worried about city security at the moment, we can't spare anybody to go with you.
Or anything else we
Otherwise
might
we
have
would.
access to? I don't know.
Well,
Magical or weapon enhancements. I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm asking, but any support that you can give as well.
she thinks on it. Okay. Well, I can give you access to our armory, and you can each have 1 item from inside the armory.
Wonderful. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. All you have to do is sign the inventory sheet in there. Normally I would have to put that in the contract, but I don't fucking want to. So just sign them out of the inventory.
Okay. Cool.
I don't even know what I'd want.
I know.
Well,
We'll have
you
to
don't
go
know what's
browse.
in there yet.
Shopping.
The best kind.
Yeah.
Magical items? Sure.
I think I need like a
free
sheet.
magical items.
I don't think. Is anything going to be magical in there? We don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
We'll
I'm
check.
hoping. I
We'll
feel like
find
there
out.
should be.
What
I
if
don't
the
know.
halberd's in there?
just sitting.
Bum, bum, bum.
Just in a corner.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sign my contract after I've looked over everybody's, and then I'll pass it off.
Yeah,
to
I'm
you,
gonna-
and I'll get one.
I'm gonna wait till Z signs hers.
Same.
Look at us all. We're working together. I'm so proud of us.
Yep.
Here
So
you go, Juno.
yep. So
Thanks.
yeah, basically the only difference between the city copy and your copy is like one has a stamp that says city copy on it.
Bureaucracy.
So
checks
Does
out.
Juno
Yeah,
sign
it
all
checks
of
out.
ours?
Huh?
Does Juno sign all of our contracts?
yes, she does.
Okay.
Okay.
And
That way
and
it's like official signature
Yeah.
stamp or whatever.
she gives you an
Yeah.
official signature on each of them. She files away her own, and then and is like, awesome, thank you. Now, last thing, before I send you over to the armory, she opens a drawer and pulls out 4 emblems, with the seal of Gandurren on them, just so you can have some proof that you're working for us.
Wow.
Wonderful.
I thought the contract was gonna be enough.
Well,
This is
Great.
great.
Contracts-
Yes.
you dab some water on it and the contract is useless. So this is a little more concrete.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll hurry since we're all a little antsy for a break. Juno is going to lead you to the armory, and in the armory is is entirely weapons and armor.
Mm.
So you guys can each pick one thing that is uncommon. You guys can pick one uncommon either weapon or piece of armor.
Okay. Can we think about that over the break?
That's exactly what
Yes.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
What are
My point was.
We're on the same page.
Yep.
Great minds. All right. Oh, this is so exciting.
Armor
Fast.
or weapon of what?
Uncommon.
Uncommon. So in D&D Beyond it would be green.
You can also click a thing and it'll.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Wait. Break time information.
All right. Oh, break time information. That's me. Right. Okay. As Fia, I will say, hey, folks, you're watching Ladies and Gentledice. You can keep up with our shenanigans on Twitter at Gentledice, or follow us elsewhere on social media and YouTube at Ladies and Gentledice. We have a Discord now. You can find the invite link in our link tree, which is linkter.ee/Ladies and Gentledice. If you are just joining in, we will be replaying this episode. We rerun episodes on Twitch on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific, and we also upload them onto YouTube on Monday mornings. So you can go ahead and catch up with our old episodes and this one as well as of Monday. Every episode premieres on Twitch on Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific. So I think that covers it. Let's take a break.
All right. We will see you guys in a moment. Bye-bye.
Woo!
And we're back. Thank you guys for sticking through the break with us. Rox, you got stuff to say?
I got my stuff to say. Welcome back to Ladies Dice, everybody. If you're watching this live, it is probably a Sunday after 4 o'clock Pacific time, because that is when we air our new episodes. This will be up on the Monday morning right after that on YouTube, so that you can go ahead and catch up on anything you missed, including past episodes. This is episode 6, so there's 5 to watch on YouTube, and you can check those out. We also rerun our episodes on Twitch on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., whatever the latest episode is. Ladies and Gentledice on YouTube. We're Ladies and Gentledice everywhere except where we are at Gentledice, so please give us a follow there, and you can keep up with what we're up to. We also have a Discord now. You can find the invite link for that in our link tree, which is linkter.ee/Ladies and Gentledice. I think that's everything. Welcome back.
Awesome. So last we left off, we had a talk with Deb Billiam, who said that the written down addresses were a red herring, and that there is another safe house out in the forest past the road, due east. When it starts getting dangerous, then you know you're close. And they our players have also just signed a contract stating that they now work with the city of Gandurren, hunting down these criminals. And since they signed that contract, they're now in the armory, and they're able to get some cool, well, they're each able to get one cool new item.
Yeah.
And so, Juno, opens the door for you guys, and it is just rows and rows and lines and rows of items and weapons. Well, not items, but armor and weapons. And she says, take your pick, everybody. You can have one. And then she holds up a clipboard. You gotta sign it out, though. We expect them back when you're done.
Right. I will sign out my Sentinel Shield. I'm all the way up to an armor class of 13, everybody. Yay!
Nice.
I was at 11 before.
I'll go grab a hand axe of warning. I'll sign that out.
Okay.
I will grab a crossbow, light of warning.
Okay.
Took my glasses off, so it's hard to see. I will sign out the studded leather armor stealth.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna look up something really quick about items of learning. Because I want to make sure, because it's possible that you have to, actively have this weapon, equipped in order to use it. So, or in order to get the benefits from it. Okay, warns you of danger while the weapon is on your person. Okay. So yeah, as long as it is on your person, you get the benefits of having it. Okay. Sounds good. So, and then Tam will grab just a +1 longbow.
Oh, our little boy.
Longbow. All right.
Yeah, he had a longbow before.
Yeah.
It's about as big as him.
I forgot about that.
I think Tam's a ranger.
Oh, I guess we do have to take him along. I just worried about getting him into, killed. Worried about getting him killed or further traumatized.
Well, I mean, you can still have a talk with him. He just assumes he's coming along.
Right. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a fun conversation. Oh, boy. So, Juno's like, okay, if you run off, we'll hunt you down. Because this is all property of the city. I have to say that. I'm the cat, it's my job to say that we'll hunt you down. But also we will.
That's fair.
But, don't fucking try me. Please. Okay, What are you just... Well, I would like to encourage you to get hoofing now, please.
Yeah, we gotta go pick up some horses.
I will tell you, so I heard what Billiam said, and he says, go east past the road. So the road extends east for a while. At least a day.
Oh, past the road means to the end of the road and past.
Well, if you're going in one direction, I know how far east that road goes. And that road goes east.
I was picturing that we'd be crossing a road perpendicularly. Like, go across fields and pass a road. Okay, it's different than that. Never mind.
What were you saying, Keithan? You're muted.
I was reading about the crossbow and I got excited about it. I'm sorry.
Juno,
okay.
Juno, it, like, shrugs and it's like, there's not a perpendicular road?
Right, okay, that's good to know. Oh, then we better, I think getting horses would be a good idea.
Yeah, probably. Every minute you delay is a minute they might not be there.
Yeah, you gotta get going.
She looks at does not everybody have horses? I can get you horses, but you have to give them fucking back.
Like, whether they because I know how Gnarl particularly feels about riding.
I have a horse. I'm covered.
I do as well.
She looks at you two.
She knew that.
I'm gonna do an insight check on Gnarl. Okay. Are you trying at all to hide how you feel about horses?
Hell no.
Okay, so Juno is gonna look at you and be like, I've seen you literally fucking murder people. And you're not cool with a horse? You punched people to death. They're no longer alive, and you can't get on a horse? I am literally half your fucking height. And you can't get on a horse?
Juno, please calm down. Please calm down.
I just wanted to explain to you how fucking stupid that is.
I want to explain to you that we didn't grow up with horses and we weren't privy to horses. So please stop badgering my sibling.
Okay. I won't badger
Thank you.
your sibling. I will just say I'm 4 feet tall and I can get on a horse.
We're not
We have both
denying.
gotten on horses. Like, we've done it before, Juno. So your argument is invalid.
Okay.
You're just trying to shame us or me particularly, for something that I.
Oh, neither of you can fucking get on horses?
I'm just trying not to laugh this whole time.
You're murderers!
What does that have to do with riding a horse?
I'm just saying, of the things to be a tier list of things to be afraid of.
I walk away.
Gonna punch her.
Just gonna walk away because I'm getting real pissed.
Yeah, so you guys start walking away and Juno's just like, oh my god. And as you guys are walking away, Tam, I'm gonna have Tam roll an insight check. Oh, that's a great insight check. Tam, looks at you guys and is like, I think this was her way of trying to tell, I don't know, she sounded super harsh, but she sounded kind of like my mom when my mom's trying to tell me not to be afraid of something. I think she's trying to show you that, if, riding a horse isn't that scary. But
yes,
I
Tam,
think
that's
she's
exactly
just not
what she was trying to do, but she didn't do it very well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Or I think Juno is just like, you know, like, if you can do this, then you can do this. But except she says it mean because she's Juno.
Is Juno right there?
I'm gonna go back to. I think they stepped away.
Yeah, no, we
Nora
stepped out of the
walked away.
room. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back. I go back in to talk to
finally
Juno.
rubbing off on Tam. This is amazing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We were doing so well. I'm gonna go back to Juno.
Juno looks up and is like, ah, yes! One that doesn't have stupid fears.
I'm sure I do.
Don't tell me about him.
You might want to just pull that back a little bit. Is there a horse that we might have access to that I can talk to, and perhaps Gnarl will be willing to reconsider. But I agree that it would be useful for the road.
It's a horse. You don't need to talk to it. But yes, I can provide you with 2 horses for... Right. Honestly, you can have 2 horses because time is of the essence. Of course, you can have horses. Give them back. I don't care what kind of hippie shit you gotta do with it.
Okay. You know, Juno, sometimes you're all right, and then kind of come unhinged at us.
It's not... I'm not unhinged, it's just you guys are ridiculous.
Oh, I can't argue with that. All right.
And I don't deal with whimsical ridiculousness as well as most people. Is that not obvious?
This is what you've signed on for, so...
Not willingly.
You just gave us All right, listen, I don't want to argue about it. I'd love a couple of horses, and I'll see what I can do with.
Yeah, you fucking
work friends.
Yes, get horses. There's a. God, you gotta fucking sign more forms. Just go over there. Just take a left into that hall, and then off to the side are the stalls, and there's gonna be a guy there. Tell him that I sent you, and he's afraid of me, so he'll just let you have them. But give them back.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you, Juno.
Uh-huh.
I will go in that direction.
Don't say I never did nothing for you.
I would never say that. All right, I'll go down the hall. Oh my God.
As you turn your back, she takes like a handful of pills that are labeled blood pressure.
It's like knocks him back.
Yeah.
It's all her fault. It's all her fault.
So
blood pressure is her fault.
She just really needs a good therapist. You know,
as I said in the chat for the last episode, anxiety manifests in a number of different ways.
In aggression. That's real. Yep. Okay, can I go get a couple of the nicest horses they have, please? And if the guy doesn't know which ones are the nicest ones, I will talk to them.
He's like, the nicest?
Just, please. I've got a couple of people who aren't used to riding.
Yeah, sure. Well, okay. So we got old Bill here. He leads you to a chestnut horse that has like the front of his muzzle is kind of graying. He's an old guy, so he, you know, a lot of different riders. He'll probably be he won't be able to keep up. Like if you guys are on a full on sprint, he's probably not gonna. You're asking for the nicest. If they're the nicest, they're probably not gonna go as fast.
No, this is good. I understand. You know what? You're absolutely right. I'm realizing they're also my compatriots are rather heavy, I believe. So that also may be a consideration.
Heavy. Okay.
Heavy.
Fuck. Okay. Okay.
And if you can't do gentle, I'll talk to him.
Okay. Well, this is Sally. He leads you to a blonde horse. She is mild-mannered. She goes at a moderate pace. She has a certain sensitivity about her tail. Don't touch her tail. Do not touch her tail. And she is fine.
Okay.
Otherwise, she's very nice.
Do you know why? I can ask her if you like.
I mean,
Never mind. Sally's great. Thank you so much.
and do you need another one? There's 2 of you, right? There's 2 of them?
Yes, please. That's great.
Okay, and then this here, he like rubs his cheek as he thanks. And then, well, this is Matthew, and he points to a black horse.
Mhm.
Matthew is a horse. He is literally the least remarkable horse we have, so
Excellent.
that'll probably be good for you. He was gonna be.
Alright.
I was gonna recommend him next to Bill anyway.
Unremarkable. Anything funny about his tail?
Nothing funny about it. Like I said, like this Matthew is the most boring horse we have, which sounds like what you're looking for.
Sounds great. Thank you so much. I'll sign
One
out for
second.
them.
I will be right back.
Sally and Matthew. We're
Somebody keeps
assembling
letting my dog into
like
my
a
room.
sitcom cast.
Somebody keeps letting my dog back into my room, and my dog's like,
Oh.
"What the fuck? Why am I locked in here?" Ah!
I just want to make the joke. Mustang Sally.
Oh.
I put it in chat and no one's reacted.
No, I
Oh.
didn't see.
I have it up, but I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just thought it was appropriate that the DM named a horse, a little bit of a spicy horse, named Sally. So
I'm sorry. What?
I have Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down. Yeah, running through my head because you named a little bit of a spicy horse named
Love it.
Sally.
Yeah, that hurt.
And the wordplay on Mustang.
Yep. It perfect. It Mustang Sally.
It's stuck in my head now and I had to share it. That's all.
Okay. So yeah, he will lead both horses out. Would you like to speak with them?
Not yet. I'll wait till
Okay.
I get everybody together. Well, maybe I should right now. No, that's right. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll just sort of pat them and give them a once over, and
Yeah. If you get anywhere close to Sally's rump, like her leg will twitch.
right. Consent. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Off we
He's
go.
like, good luck, don't get killed.
Off I go. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
It's good advice, really.
So, so I assume you guys meet up somewhere in the city with, like, maybe the group of 3 here, grab the horses from the tavern.
Yeah, I think we'd probably have to meet up back at the
Yeah.
tavern, and maybe we can, like, I don't know, just
Keithman would have
talk for a
grabbed
minute about what we're doing.
Fion's horse when she grabbed Mud.
Oh, right.
Okay, yeah.
Mud
Maggie.
slash
Bertrand.
Fruit.
Yeah,
Oh, that's all right.
yeah.
I'll keep trying.
Keithan just
And
was like, "Hey, Mud, come on, Mud,"
Mud.
and you hear Bertrand go,
We'll get through it eventually.
Actually, I suppose. I guess I'll just say to the twins.
Mhm.
So we're taking Tam along for all this, then. We don't want to leave him here in the city.
It's up to Tam.
Yeah, we should probably have that conversation with him.
Right.
Tam,
I'm
who
a
has
bit
been
worried
listening.
about it. Okay, sure.
No, it's fine.
He's 12. He's got to be able to make his, choices. Right?
It's borderline, I'd say, at 12, but all right. We can see what he says.
Okay, are you guys gonna go up to him and ask,
Oh,
or like, how do you approach this
Okay.
situation?
We
I
called him
called
over.
him over.
Mhm.
I said, Tam.
Tam will walk over with Clop, and like, he like looks at you with a smile. He's like, "Are we ready to go? Where are we going this time?"
We need to talk about some things first.
Right.
Okay.
So this is gonna be extremely dangerous. More dangerous than the other stuff that we've been through so far. You could die. We could die.
Alright, so
Do
his smile kind of falls. And he was like, wait, do you guys want me to stay here?
We want you to make your decision.
And understand what you're getting into.
Agreed.
He like clutches Klopp's reins and kind of well, what do you guys want me to do?
I mean, I just want you to be safe, so, you know, I would be more than happy to give you the gold you need to get some food here, and you can stay in the inn, and I'll come back for you. I would be more than happy to do that if it. But
Technically, we
if you
do have
really
to come
want
back.
to go, we do have to come back. So we would be coming back, and we'd be definitely coming back for you. If you really want to go, I'd understand that. I'd hate to see anything happen to you.
Sarfrock might let you stay
She'd
Oh, that's true as
definitely let you
well.
stay.
Oh, she would.
if you want to learn how to cook some more food.
Oh, they might teach you a thing or two. Ben Michael might teach you a thing or two.
Or you can venture with us and gain potential experience. Also could potentially get yourself killed, but you know, it's up to you.
Right. So that's the story, and we just wanted to tell you is
We wanted
so you
to
can
give
make
you the opportunity
right.
to make the decision.
Just trying to make sure that you are aware of.
very real danger that we'll be putting ourselves into. We're not even sure what we're going to find.
He kind of like looks down at the ground and kicks at the dust a little bit and is just like, yeah, it's okay, I'll stay.
All right. We can get you over to the academy and set you up there. Shouldn't
Okay.
be too long, and we'll be gone.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Right. Can I do an insight check on him and see if he's super fucking disappointed, if this is like, or if he's just telling me what I want to hear, or?
Yeah, give me some insight checks.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose to believe whatever Tam tells me.
Yeah, I probably will too. I just kind of want to know. 16.
16. Oh, you just barely made it. Yeah, he's 100%. He 100% thinks that you guys want him to stay, so he's staying because he thinks you guys want him to.
Oh.
I'm fine with that. I don't.
Okay.
I don't want this kid to die.
Okay.
I've got to reach into my pouch, and I'm gonna pull out 20 gold and hand it to him. I'm gonna say, you need to use this wisely. What did it get rid of it? Oh, it did it. Yeah. I'm gonna say you gotta use this wisely. We will be coming back. We have to give back this stuff, and we will get you to the wizard school. We have to come back anyways. We can't keep any of this stuff for ourselves.
He slowly nods. Okay.
Right.
Be smart with this.
Okay. I'll do that. I guess I'll see you guys. Uh-oh. Y'all are frozen.
No!
Hold on. Okay, I'm back. You guys were frozen right after you said the thing.
Okay.
So who'd you miss?
Yeah,
Okay.
what did you last hear?
I last heard, Z was putting the money in Tam's hand and was like, use this wisely.
Yeah, use this wisely. I promise we will come back. We have to give everything back. And then we will take you to wizard school.
Okay, you promise?
Promise. Learn some things. Talk to Ben Michael. He was just talking about a butchering class. I guarantee you'd ace it.
Oh, you would. You could teach them a thing or two, I think.
Hell yeah, you could.
I think you need to study up on your butchering skills. Did not go well in the wild.
I elbow. Cute.
What? I want to know the truth.
Tam actually kind of he's sniffling with tears in his eyes, but he kind of laughs at that.
Walk in front of him and then sit down, not sit down, but crouch down so that we're eye level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give him 10 gold and I'll be like, this is for fun. Have fun while you're here. Study your wizard shit, but have fun while you're here.
He slowly nods.
His hair and then get up.
And he kind of I guess since Zeneril was the one that did the actual promise, he'll kind of tug on Zeneril's jacket or shirt or whatever, and hold up a pinky.
All right.
Yeah, you guys do a pinky promise. And he's like, Sam was just like, the contract is sealed.
Okay.
A curse upon your house if you don't come back.
Curse
accepted.
I feel like there's already one, but okay.
He's like, I'm kidding. I was just saying the things that wizards say when they really need people to keep their promise.
Okay, bud. We'll be back. Fiona will hold me to it. I guarantee you.
Absolutely. Sweep him up in a big old hug and lift him off his feet and just squeeze him and say
he will hug you
I'm
so
proud of
fucking
you.
hard.
I'll see you soon. Let's get you dropped off.
Okay.
Squeeze.
So
set him back down.
So where do you guys take him?
The culinary school.
The culinary school, yeah.
Okay.
See if they can give him a spot to stay.
Okay. So you guys will go back. Are you guys gonna try to meet with Grenda again, or are you gonna try to search somebody else out?
Yeah, let's go higher up. We've got a little bit of clout with Miss Sarfok.
We do.
Okay.
So maybe
she likes us.
Maybe. See.
Let's do it.
I could be lying out of my ass. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think we might as well just check in with her.
So you guys meet up with Grenda again, and she is 100% taken aback and not at all expecting you guys to drop a child off on her doorstep.
Oh.
But as you she was like, did someone say that this was okay to do, or
We were just
Olena
thought we might ask.
She sighs, and
this is a place that welcomes and is kind to others, right? I think there was something like that.
We just
Teachings
the people.
of Gondor.
Grenda holds up her hand and nods, and she's cleaning her glasses as I am, and she says, "No, this is fine. This is fine. Just unexpected."
We'll be back.
And
We will be back hopefully very soon, and we're sorry for the imposition.
It's fine, she says in a clipped manner. She doesn't necessarily seem unhappy, but also she's like,
this is unorthodox.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we're doing convention
Keep
very
it
well. Yeah,
convention. It's all fine.
it's great. This is going great. Okay.
Why wouldn't you take this kid? Come on.
Yeah, no, so, like, Tam is, like, kind of, like, shuffles forward, and she's like, I will get a dorm ready for you, and we can give you temporary classes.
His mom was a butcher, if
He's
that
got
tells you
some-
anything.
Oh,
yes, some butchering skills.
How
for sure.
nice. How lovely.
She's so pissed.
Oh no, she's not pissed. She's just. I hope not. Oh God. Okay, it's fine.
She looks at it. Looks like she's very uncomfortable. She doesn't look pissed. She looks uncomfortable.
Maybe she just doesn't know what to do with kids. Some people just don't know what to do with kids.
Yes, something you've noticed, everybody is above the age of 18 at this school. So,
Right. Okay.
she'll usher him over, and she's like, we'll figure out something for you to do.
Ben
Son?
Michaels seems to be friends, so
I was just gonna say.
he might be able to help out, take him under his wing a little bit if there's extra room in his dorm.
Oh
Yes,
my,
they
what a good
already know
idea.
each
What an
other.
amazing
They
proposition.
already know
That
each other.
sounds...
Please keep Tam away from Zagok, though. We don't need any of that mixture in there.
You should do an insight check.
Ooh.
Oh no! Oh, not bad. Okay. It's only a 15.
Okay. So, when you say that, she says, I will make absolutely certain that he will stay away from Zagok Stormshaker, and she's 100% lying.
pair him
She
with
does
him.
not care.
I assumed, I was like, just don't pair them together.
I think
Can't control what Tam's gonna do later. Just don't put them in the same room.
I think
Ben
Ben Michael
Michael's
would be a perfect choice. Exactly.
I will be sure
They know each
to...
other.
Okay. All right, of course. I just... So I can foster this child for no more than 2 weeks, I will say.
Oh, that's more. I hope we'll be back
Yeah.
long before then.
I hope so too. If not, we will figure something out. Tam, welcome to the Culinary Academy. You're getting a privilege that no one has ever had before. You are certainly a special child. And he says, I guess so.
He is, though.
You are though.
He's our special child.
He is indeed.
Um,
Thank you, Miss Harfog. We won't bother you any further.
Do you think
Sorry.
money would help?
I know.
No.
I think
money
she'll
will
be insulted.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
money-
I thought of that, and I was like, I think that'll just.
Uh,
I think
Yeah,
just
you
politeness is
get
the
it.
way to
Tam
go
more
here.
money.
yeah, you give a deep sense that if you were to offer her money, she would go from uncomfortable and surprised to pissed.
To like deeply offended.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought of that, and I was like, yeah. But good question. Oh
Should I
God.
have given
I'm
Tam
just-
more money, guys?
I think 30 is a good amount. That's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that is quite a lot of gold.
Because especially
For
now,
a
he's
kid.
probably gonna get food at the academy now, which is kind of brilliant. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just gonna be as polite as possible, and maybe we should take our leave. I think
Yep.
that's the best
Yep.
route.
Bye.
We're
Safe
doing
journeys.
great, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Oh, I feel
Tam
so
waves
bad.
at you guys kind of forlornly as you walk
I
out.
gave him a big smooch on his little cheek.
And he's like, oh man.
That's what you get.
Yeah. Okay. You guys have successfully dropped the child off at the babysitter.
Oh my God.
And we gave the baby the money, not the babysitter.
Yeah.
Well, the babysitter would have been pissed, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's fine. Tam's just gonna go shopping at all the fancy food places.
I mean, I honestly hope so. He was so excited about it. I hope he eats it, every single one of them.
What I might do when you guys come back, I might, like, give Tam the chef feat.
Oh.
If Tam comes back and is just making us amazing food, it was all a win-win.
Okay. what would you guys like to do now?
Okay, so
Hit
we
the
need
road,
to
Jack.
leave the
Hit the
city.
road.
Okay.
Mhm.
Are
So
you planning on doing anything with these horses? I'm very awkward.
Right. So if we're at the point where we're gonna like mount up and get going, then
'Cause
yes.
we don't have anywhere else to. We don't
All
have anything
right.
else to do in this city. Nobody
Yeah.
else to talk to.
Excellent.
Except we need to swing by the Dry Jester for you.
yes.
Right. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder.
That's about the only thing we need to do.
Absolutely. I got a couple of horses. This is Sally and this is Matthew, and they're very nice as long as you don't touch Sally's tail. Thought I might talk to them for you to make sure that everything's going to go smoothly. Is that all right? I'm looking at Gnarl.
Yeah, do your horse thing.
All right. I don't know what else to say to Gnarl. Okay, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, you cast Speak with Animals, and the horses are silent because they don't know they can
right.
speak to you.
Hello, friends. My name is Fion, and it's nice to meet you.
Sally will nod at you and be like, "Oh, hello! Very nice to meet you." And
Hello.
then Matthew will go, "Well, hello there."
Oh, Matthew. Matthew and Sally is what I've been told to call you. Is that your names?
My name's Matthew.
Good name.
And Sally is just like, "Yes, I agree to go by Sally."
Excellent. Well, we're going to go on a bit of a journey and hoping you can help us out. My friends here are not very experienced riders, I'm afraid, and they're a bit, I'll be honest with you, a bit scared. So anything you can do, particularly that one, and I'll sort of gently gesture at Gnarl, anything you can do to sort of like keep it going smoothly would be so appreciated, and we'll take good care of you.
Matthew will go, "I love clip-clopping on the road."
Oh, good. That's what we're going to be doing.
Are we gonna go on a long journey? I love long walks.
I don't know yet. We'll find out.
Okay.
All right.
Wait, do I get to pick my rider? Do I get to pick which one gets on me?
Oh, I don't know. Do you have a preference?
No.
Okay.
Sally gives a big long sigh.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is the most fun I have, is just getting to talk as a horse.
Great. Because you got a druid who's like that. So we're
Yep.
gonna have a lot of fun together, you and I.
You can like, with the most average horse ever, you can practically hear the one brain cell just clickety clacketing
like
in his head.
Around.
Yeah.
For like a single popcorn. Great. Sally, I was told that you is there anything that I can help you with about your tail end?
Don't touch my
Anything-
fucking tail.
I was just wondering if there's
Jesus.
anything that maybe you're in pain and I can help you out. If it's you don't have to tell me anything, that's totally fine.
It's just behind me, and I can't see it, and I don't want anyone to touch it.
Right. Duly noted.
Okay.
Just want to make sure you're not in pain. That's all.
Nope, no pain. Just
And if you ever all are, just give me a nod and I'll help you out. All right.
okay.
Get a shoe in your hoof or anything like that. No, not a shoe in your hoof. Rock in your shoe or anything like that. Okay, this has gone great. Thank you both so much. All right. Gnarl, I think you should take Matthew. He's such a sweetheart.
Me, the player, is so excited.
He's so excited to have a good clip-clop, I believe he said, along the road with us. So I think he's going to be a dear heart.
Yeah.
Xanarl, Sally's, she's nice. She just doesn't like anybody around her tail. So, that's all there is to that.
Okay. Not
Okay.
a big deal. I guess.
Yeah, you can
I'm literally crying.
Gnarl, when you look into the face of your new horse, you can practically hear, like, the wind flow between his two ears. like the look in his eyes is fucking vacant.
I think we'll get along just fine. No, had it.
He's very smart. Right. Heavy
Are you insulting
irony.
my horse?
No. Oh, there you go. This is going great already. All right. Mount up, everyone. Off we go.
As you
They're gonna be BFFs. I'm so excited for you.
As you say that and your, like, spell fades, you can hear, the last thing you hear from Matthew is, "It's clopping time!"
Oh my god. I love him so much.
I'm sorry, like, I fucking kill myself, apparently. Like...
No, I'm delighted. These are excellent additions to our party. Okay.
That's gonna be that's gonna be something. Like, it may not be an emoji, but it may be like a picture that we have. just like a horse with its eyes pointed here and here, and it's just gonna say, "It's coffin time."
Oh boy.
Twitch chat emoji.
Oh my god. Anytime we go on a journey. Yep. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you guys start clopping down. And you guys travel east. And you do that. For a while, I honestly, I wanted to, initially I had a plan for, like, a small encounter for on the trail, but, now that Tam's not with you guys, it's less important.
I think
What's
Z's
up,
got a
Z?
thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, while we're out walking, since now or riding, I guess.
Mhm.
Scared for my life on this horse a little bit. I did want to talk to Theon and Keithan about the rest of the information.
Oh shit.
Yeah, go for it.
God.
Talk away.
And I also want to stop at the Dry Jester. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, so we can
Z.
we'll just say we did that on the way out.
Yep.
Cool,
Do we want to?
I want to say a couple words to
Okay.
Ms. Tittlefink.
Yeah.
So,
I-
whenever we can talk first, whatever order.
Well,
you
I
want.
think-
No. We're gonna stop there first,
Yeah,
and then
I think
Okay.
it's a better narrative flow, I guess, to stop there first.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, you guys start on your clopping journey, and how long does Talk with Animals last? 10 minutes?
I think it's
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's probably
that period of time you gave me was about right.
yeah. So I will actually, like, the spell is starting to fade because, like, it probably from, like, where you guys leave from the gates on the horses to like where the Dry Jester is, it's the spell is almost gone, and
okay.
so you guys, like, kind of stop and you hear Matthew go, "Oh."
Oh, just for a moment.
Yeah. It's like, "Oh man, I thought it was real long." And so yeah, you dismount your horse. There's now, like, it's been a couple of days since you guys have last been to the Dry Jester, and there's now, like, scaffolding at the front, so it rebuilding it is well on its way, and you can see Evelyn Tittlefink just kind of zooming between contractors, and like has some papers in her hands with a quill, and she's got one of those, like, clipboard things that have, like, a candle on it, so you can see.
Love it. Love it. Evelyn, Miss Tittlefink.
Yes? Hi,
Hello,
you
Fionn
look...
Shepherd. We met a few days ago.
Yes, I remember you because you look like this... You look like a seller, in Gandurren, but you are very different from her. Yes, I remember you.
Haberdash. Right.
Yes, Haberdash.
Yes. Anyway, I also met Longing when I was in
Oh,
the city,
Longing! I love
down at the
Best
Lavender
tea.
something or other. And she gave me this to give to you. I just wanted to make sure you got it into your hands. So here you are. I'll give the pouch over. I'm not sure what it is, but there you have it.
Oh, thank you. She grabs it and like kind of opens it and her eyes widen. And she's like, "Really?"
Oh, really? Yes. Let me see if there's anything she told me to tell you. I don't think so. That's about it.
Wow.
I think it's just, maybe just to support the rebuilding of your inn here.
Well, if so, she's very generous. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wait, here, let me give you a tip, and she will hand you 2 gold.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Of course, it's the least I can do for, well, it is kind of a drop in the barrel.
That's very nice. I'll get out of your hair, but I did want to double check, because we're trying to sort of untangle a few things.
Mm-hmm.
The fellow that was staying here that got attacked, I think you said he saved some people on the way out even. Do you know where he went off to?
I don't think they were a man, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's fine. I kind of thought they were a man the first time I met them, but upon closer inspection, I couldn't really tell.
All right. The person. The person, yes.
But it sounded like they were. I did actually. I spoke to them briefly, because they asked me for some information, and it sounds like they're headed toward Vestenholt. Toward the Wizard College there.
Do we know this? This is new information, right, guys?
I can't remember if I told you.
I don't think we knew this. Okay, great.
Yes, they said they had a unique magical problem, is what they said. Somebody was sick.
Huh. What was their name? Do you remember?
Tristan. Yeah, I didn't get their last name. Tristan.
All right. And what do they look like, just in case we run into them again at some point in our untangling of all this?
Sure. Tristan, they were very tall, probably around 6'3" and 4", as far as I could tell, human. Mm-hmm. But like they looked human. I don't know. Maybe like she like thinks on it and she's like, I think they like maybe were like a quarter orc or something, because they were too big to be just human. But yeah, blonde, deep brown skin. They're look to be maybe like late 30s. And the halberd. Whew, like it's probably the fanciest thing that they like. They look kind of grimy on their own, I guess, but like that halberd is shiny. It's probably the most expensive looking thing I've ever seen.
Oh wow. All right. Oh, thank you so much. That's maybe very helpful.
No problem.
Best of luck to you, and
thank you.
We'll run into each other again.
Yes, good luck to whatever it is you were trying to do, and thank you so much.
Cheers. I'll shake her hand. And
she will shake your hand.
Okay. Good to know. Right, off we go.
Okay.
Matthew, congratulations. You can't understand me, but congratulations, we're getting on the road again. Yeah, that's right. Good lad. Okay.
Okay. So what was so you guys have a conversation as you guys are wandering out of town.
Yes.
Actually, I am so sorry for interrupting. I know you're trying to get stuff out, but actually, I do want to mention as you are leaving town, you you guys do walk through Lily Pen briefly, and in front of the Greasy Owl seems to be a little not a shrine, but a vigil, maybe. There aren't any people there, but there are like next to the entrance of the Greasy Owl, there are several candles. There's like a couple. There's like some copper around there. There's like one or two people there. And there's like a little sign that says, thanks, William. Like, he was a guy that sucked, but, he, like, and the things he was doing was, the things he did was for selfish reasons, but it doesn't negate the good that it did. And which was, you know, his ability to forge those passes, like, were the only reason why some people were able to get into Gandurren at all. And so, like, he was selfish, but he did a net good in his community.
Oh, do we see Pendleton anywhere, the homeless fellow? I think his name is Pendleton.
No, not this time.
No? Right.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, he's chilling somewhere else. Seems like.
Around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, now you guys may have your conversation. I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah. Okay, so we seem to have decisions to make on what direction we want. These two assassins that we following are heading east. I happen to need to go east. I also know that you guys want to follow Belial. He is, I'm assuming, I thought we talked about he was heading to Vestinhold, south. Also, Gnarl going to Vault, which I believe was southeast.
That's where Gnarl wants to.
So we have decisions to make. And we also have a promise now to keep to Tam.
To get him to wizard school?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, we have to pick him up in 2 weeks, so there's at least a time for that.
Oh, I suppose. Well, that's interesting. I was thinking we could just come back. We would just be back after this specific thing was done, but perhaps we'll have time to address. I don't know. We'll have to find out.
The place I have to go is east.
Right.
So we could take care of these gentlemen, people,
if we can,
these assassins, and continue east, possibly, for what needs to be out there, like what I have to pick up.
Do you know how far you have to go?
No.
Right.
What do you have to pick up?
According to Atha, almost all of these godly items were kept in that vault, except one. And it's a sheath that was paired with a dagger that she believes is with Belial. She says the sheath will protect us from this dagger, but I believe they're supposed to be used together. She thinks that if Belial gets hold of it before we do, there could be some serious consequences.
Oh.
If it's anything to get back at Belial, I'm for it.
Yeah.
I as well. And it wasn't kept in the vault. wasn't locked up by
Not-
Gandurren?
No.
Hmm.
According to her, I think she hid it
Oh.
because of how powerful it is, and she thinks it'll
Hmm.
help the fall of Lyle.
All right. I'm in.
Same.
Yeah, and since these two idiots seem to be traveling, we might be able to get 2 birds with 1 stone, 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I just knew that we had multiple directions, but if this is the direction to go,
You are kind of
Yeah,
cutting out on us.
a little more, happening more and more. Oh.
To clarify, DM,
Mhm.
for some of our stuff, I don't know about y'all, but the hand axe of warning requires attunement. Is this time that we're on the road and such, does that count for that?
No.
Long
Yeah, it has to be a long rest.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm back.
Sorry.
am I okay?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, you're good.
So far, so good.
Okay. So what did you
Um,
hear, not hear?
It was
Just
just
that
kind of
l-
like cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, the very last thing you said, but I don't know if it
Oh,
was.
just
Yeah.
that we could get 2 birds with 1 stone
Mm-hmm.
heading east.
And you don't know how far east or where it is exactly, or she didn't tell you anything of that? What kind of place we're looking out for?
I'm looking for a cemetery.
A
I
cemetery?
think I gave you
Oh, okay.
a name for a town. I can't remember though. I might have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I may also have to rewatch it.
Okay.
I mean, I
Oh,
always
cemetery.
do, but so all I really have is cemetery. Oh no, we were in a cemetery mausoleum, but it looked the same.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't have a city, but you could have said it while I was writing notes and forgot to write it down.
all right.
Oh wait, Rowan?
Yes.
Ah,
East.
Oh,
East
shoot.
of where I am, in a city called Rowan.
dang, we could have asked somebody where that is. Oh well,
I'm sure we'll see signs. Hopefully.
that's true. We can ask a passerby if we need to.
But my bad.
And
Yeah,
it's
we can go
not
to
in a
Rowan.
cemetery, or is in a
No,
cemetery?
it is in a cemetery.
Okay.
We have to go to
In a cemetery outside of Rowan, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's great. That's good. Good specific information. Okay.
Okay.
That's really kind of all the information I had. It was important. Oh, I believe she also said that. Yeah. He's nearly immortal, so there's no way that we're gonna be able to kill him at this moment. I was telling Gnarl this morning that I don't know if we're quite up to par where we need to be. I know we've been following him. We've damn near been on his trail since the beginning, missing him by a day or two. We've known where he was pretty much every step, but this might be the time where we have to lose that tail and just go after these few items and then come back and see what we can find out.
I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
Yeah.
Right. I
Considering
imagine so.
that this person has so many of these godly items.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
it seems like we were brought together for a reason, which is weird.
It does.
Not
If
happened before.
If we're able to get to these assassins, we can take the godly items that they have.
Yeah.
Because they have...
Depending on how powerful they are. I mean, I don't know if we'll
The
have
monk
to...
is very strong. That's
Right.
the diamond that was in their forehead. It's known to be attached to great warriors, and makes them remarkably strong.
So
there might be some more knowledge in the book.
perhaps we could pull it off of him or them if we saw them.
Yeah,
again.
perhaps. I don't know. Perhaps the tome might have some more insight on it. We might want to read up on
Yeah.
read up on it. But I believe it is also something of Raza that was created. Something to do
We've
harm.
already gone after Gerald with the... Is it again a Schwam?
A sham.
Sean.
I can't pronounce anything. So yeah, it'll be hard, but I think between the four of us, I think we could do it.
I hope so.
At
Maybe
least the
we'll come
Sham
across-
we've dealt with before. We know how to.
Right.
Yeah, we know what to expect a little bit. So there's that.
It wasn't so bad.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, I don't want to jinx us. I don't have any wood to knock on.
Just knock on Matthew's head.
I'm not writing Matthew.
Oh, that's right. I agree. I'm not surprised that Belial, was it?
Yeah.
Is not someone we can take on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It does
Which
feel like
sucks.
we'll be just cleaning up his damage. So at some point we'll have to catch up with him, because otherwise we're just cleaning up whatever he's left behind.
Yeah. But we're
You know-
collecting things in the wake, so
Right.
there's
Do we
that.
intend... Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
I guess this maybe isn't something that can be answered right now, but do we intend to use these things? Or do we intend to... What on earth could we do with them? I feel like Keith and, with the one we've got, we don't even know how to destroy it, or ultimately, the more we
the
get,
Wizard
the more we'll
College.
become a target for others, too.
We might be potentially able to find some information at the Wizard College on how to destroy the godly items.
Right.
But until then, for me, the safest place, I won't let this statue out of my sight.
I believe it. And, we're going to be amassing these if we can. The goal is to amass these powerful things, and then what do we do with them? And
Maybe.
and how do
figure out a
we
way to put
protect them against, Mr. B may end up turning around and coming back for us. I don't know. I'm thinking too far ahead, I think.
Well, I mean, it could have been a point that could be the reason why Gnarl had that, whatever, told us the information about the vault. Maybe we're supposed to collect them and put them back
Oh,
and get rid of Mr. B
right.
or Belial. Call
That
him
is
by his
what
real name.
Lucy said.
So we could just be collecting to re-put them back. I mean, it seems like
Mm-hmm.
no one really knows about them except us now. And
Well,
I think we have to be
us
careful with the
and-
information we spread.
Grenda Sarfok and Juno
Yeah.
Glint
Yeah,
and the
Brenda
Council
kinda
of
already knew.
Gandurren. Do they know?
No.
All right.
I did not, well, unless Juno filled them in, but I imagine Juno keeps a lot of information to their chest.
She doesn't
But as
seem-
far as
yeah.
for the council meeting that I attended, I did not mention the items.
Mhm.
So,
Grenda seems nice. And trustworthy. I suppose nice is, secondary. Well, I do know that, know as much as you can know anything, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so.
did you have a dream too?
Not per se. But my goddess did tell me that help was needed. Is what she meant.
What else
So-
she tell you? Just to come to a random town and collect items, or
She told me the direction to go in. She told me that something evil had been unleashed and would threaten ultimately her and us and everyone. So I think unleashed, or been released or broken out of a prison, something like that. Seems to follow the story of the vault. And certainly if Belial is going and spreading these things around, well, that'll do damage and,
Well,
could be
and
quite widespread.
Billiam's right. He's trying to create a following.
That's quite scary.
With the backing
Good
of
to
the
be a
Assassin's
god.
Guild.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot
And
the
since they are all hidden in nooks and crannies, it would be a good following to get.
Mm-hmm. So
Things are slowly falling into place.
they are. I don't know if everyone else feels like this, but I'm kind of pleased with how today and yesterday went, and I'm glad we're talking about everything and working together. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Yeah. It's weird how our paths crossed and then intertwined like a piece of rope.
On that note, do we want to end for the night here?
I think we
Yeah,
can.
because it's almost midnight.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's late.
goodness. All right, let's call that then.
Okay.
We're just on a road. What time of day is it, by the way? Can
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I would
Good
say,
question.
like, you guys, it's probably getting to be dusk. So if we want, we can we can have you guys camp out for the night and then start on the next day.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
works.
Okay.
Shifts. We're taking shifts.
Oh yeah, always.
Anyways, yeah. Okay, cool. So bed down,
Okay.
long rest.
We assume.
I
I don't know if
DM.
our benevolent DM
I'm
will
sorry.
allow us to have
Say that one.
uninterrupted
Say that
long
one more
rest.
time.
Just wondering if we should go ahead and mark a long rest, or if we should wait on that.
Yes,
just in
mark a
case he's-
long rest. I will
Okay.
allow you. I will allow it this time.
That's why we said when,
Mhm.
Yeah, don't say I never did nothing for you.
Benevolent.
Hey, you
You
gave
are-
us all items that
Yeah.
are temporary.
I'm
That are
super into it.
temporary.
This is great.
I can't just give you shit.
No,
Not
this
gonna
is-
lie, I
this is
did
great.
think about trying to steal a dagger out of the vault,
Oh yeah.
or out of the armory. I did have a thought. I was
Actions.
like, can I steal this dagger
Just
and
sleight
no
of
one will
hand it.
notice?
Mm.
And replace it with one of my own.
Consequences. Actions
That's
have
why I did do it.
consequences.
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
It's hard to resist those rogue whims. So I'm impressed. Because
Right, I thought about
I
it.
wouldn't be able to resist.
I didn't think about it.
Okay, well,
All right.
thank you everyone for watching. This has been Ladies and Gentledice, our 6th episode. Tune in 2 weeks from now for our 7th. Rox,
Yay!
take it away.
It's gonna be on Twitch at 4 p.m. Pacific. Every other Sunday is when we release new episodes, and we then put them up on YouTube the next day, so you can catch up with our previous 5 episodes or catch up with any of this episode that you missed on our YouTube under Ladies and Gentledice. We are also on Twitter at Gentledice, so you can follow along with our shenanigans there. I was going to say, oh, that's right. We're also rerunning episodes on Wednesdays on Twitch at 7 p.m. So you can also join us there for a rerun of this episode. And we just released or opened or started our Discord. Whatever verb I use for that. Join us on our Discord. You can find the invite link in our link tree, which is linktree/Ladies and Gentledice. And we would love to see you there. I think that's everything.
Thank you for watching. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.